I'm going to say that Chad's death was not an accident.
What?
This video contains the interview of a woman accused of helping to kill her husband and setting the body on fire to cover up her crime. In the early morning hours of December 31st, 2019, Nikki Entzel and Earl Howard murdered Nikki's husband, Chad Entzel, and staged the crime scene to look like a suicide. Chad was shot twice with a shotgun, and bottles of alcohol were strategically left around the room to substantiate Nikki Entzel's claim that her husband was an abusive alcoholic. The two then left the body, but returned later to set a fire in hopes of covering up any evidence. On January 2nd, 2020, Entzel called 911, claiming she couldn't get into her house, and she thought there was a fire. 4 days before the murder, prosecutors noted that Nikki Entzel took out a renter's insurance policy worth $26,000. She was also the sole beneficiary to Chad's $600,000 life insurance policy, something about which she inquired within days of her husband's murder. She and Howard were planning on running away together to start a new life, but soon found themselves prime suspects in the murder investigation.
Time so I can get through this and get it done. Like I said, I cleared my schedule. I might have to jump out to take a phone call here now and then, just because I can't completely hide away. Once again, I apologize so much. I couldn't get back to you. Like I said, I was in court. It just, judge doesn't let me take phone calls or anything, so.
I'm sorry, I just needed.
No, and Nikki, you don't have to apologize for that. I did. And I can't tell you how sorry I am. Okay, that's me. I'm sorry for that. Everything else going okay?
We went to the store yesterday and Jeffrey said in the car, we was up for him. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Nikki, I don't want to put you through any more than you need to. Like I said, that's why I wanted to do it one last time, so we can get all this done. And like I said, so that way tomorrow after you're done, you can grieve, move on, take care of your family, get all that stuff. You know, and like I said, it's gonna be a long road ahead for you. But I want me to quit harassing or to bother you in this process.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I'm gonna write my report off of. To finish this up. Let's just get started. So right away, I just want to make sure I have your name down because I wrote it down on my notepad.
Okay.
But it's the full because I know it's Nikki Sue.
Are you ready?
Okay, let's just take it nice and slow because I don't hear it.
N-I-K-K-I space S.
Space or dash?
Space.
Okay.
S-U-E space M-E-L-I-S S-A-E.
Okay, so this is...
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
an E. I'm from my last name now. Last name now. No E, right there.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this is your full first name, Nikki Sue Melissa?
This is my first
or
name.
Nikki Sue? Okay, so let me just get this so I have this right. This is first. This is middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
E-N-T-Z, yeah.
Okay, and did you have a maiden name before
Yeah,
this?
H-E-I-N-Z.
Right. Maiden. Spell there.
H-E-I-N-Z. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and date of birth, just to make sure.
2581. 1981, yeah.
Sorry, I keep
It's
that.
okay.
2020 is throwing me out here. Okay, so got that. And phone numbers, just so that I have the new ones, or do you have a new phone number?
I'm using my work number.
Okay, what is that again?
701
That's the one you're calling me from,
Yeah.
right? 701-460, remember?
6908.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I'm going to start all over again, okay? Just so that I have everything, so I understand how the family works. Like I said, this is what I'm going to finish my report off with.
I get it.
So that way I write everything. Obviously, that's what...
I know what you mean.
Well, like I said, when we talked about this, when there's, an unattended death and then a fire and all that, especially like you said, you're already dealing with insurance. So,
I know we didn't get to talk.
no, we haven't, so,
Except for the other guy who was really nice.
yeah, Joe, I think that was who you're talking with in the car, but like I said, this is, I'm the guy that's gotta write this big long report, so, and, like I said, you know how insurance companies are.
Entzel's tone of voice is almost childlike, as if she is trying to make herself sound more innocent. This tactic is rarely successful.
Try to get a rough place sometime, they're pain to deal with, so. I'm gonna try to write this the best I can for you, for the whole situation, so that they have no questions to ask and nothing to worry about here. Let's just start off, who all lives in the house?
Chad,
What is Chad's middle name?
Alan.
A-L-L-E-A-N?
A-L-A-N. Only one A.
E-N-T-Z. Oh.
Me.
Oh, yeah, you, okay. I was like, who's me? All right, so Chad Alan Entzel, his date of birth was, you remember?
3/31/77.
Okay.
And then Marcus, M-A-R-C-U-S. Middle name Michael. Last name Hines. And my maiden name. And date of birth, oh.
No, go ahead, that's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
No, that's great, I almost forgot.
8/10/01. And Tootie, it's not a Tootie, it's
Yeah.
really Christopher.
I'll put it like this, because that's cute.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's cute, I like that. Christopher, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how I know
I know, I was
Christopher, I've only known him as Tootie from what we've talked about.
And it's Michael, that's the same middle name, and same last name, Hines.
Okay.
And at the, 10/11/07.
Okay.
And we moved in, we moved in, we moved in like the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Weekend before Thanksgiving. Okay.
Because Thanksgiving we had no.
Okay, hold on, let me catch up on this, okay?
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine, I'm just a slow writer. Weekend before Thanksgiving. Okay. Okay, so are Marcus and Christopher, are they biological?
They'd be halves
Chad?
to each other.
Okay.
Or they'd be step kids to Chad.
Okay.
Me and Chad have no kids together. I can't have any more kids. I had stage 4 brain cancer when I was pregnant with Christopher.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad that Christopher made it okay though, that's great. Right, I mean, you got 2 angels, how many more do you need, right?
I have boys, you know how that goes.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Not biological, but
Step.
Did he ever adopt?
No, we were talking about it. He was a huge worker because he was like for 6 years.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm in the same boat. I have stepchildren too, but I've never known them about anything but mine. You know what I mean? So, we just have never gotten around to it. But,
it's a long process.
It's expensive too.
But we don't look at, obviously the cost, but it's a long process.
Yeah.
And our reason is, tracking down that issue, because,
Is this the father then, Michael Hines? Or who is the father of them? Are they adopt? I mean, are they?
He's Irma's dad, just doesn't,
Yeah,
whatever.
my kids have.
Yeah, and then he, Ryan, just neither married because we never met, so.
Okay. Just so I know, in case, like I said, as far, do you have full custody of them?
Yep.
Okay. And what was his name? So you have full custody.
I have full custody of both of those.
Okay. And what was the biological father's name?
Ryan is Christopher and Henry is Marcus. So right Henry right here.
Okay.
Right Henry right here. And Ryan right here.
Right.
There you go.
Perfect. All right.
I'm sorry.
And Ryan's last name was what?
Cassia.
Okay. How do I spell that? Any idea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kaisea?
Yeah.
K-I-A. Just so I know how to say it. Okay, and then Henry was...
Jones. And I only remember that because we went to a ton of legal battles.
Oh,
Because he was in the military and so we went to help out with the Trade Passport. That's the only reason I remember it.
okay. All right, and they're out of the picture.
They've never even met.
Okay, perfect. All right. Now, Nikki, what I know you had your catering business.
Mm-hmm.
Where else do you work again?
Community Actions.
Okay, so what's the name of your catering business?
Nikki Sue Entzel.
Nikki Sue Sweets.
Mm-hmm. And I did, it's called North Dakota Cottage Sauce. I got to work out of our.
As she answers the basic questions, Entzel abandons her tears and becomes chatty, giving the impression that she has forgotten why she is there. The detective has maintained a friendly tone, and it has been successful in lowering her guard.
Oh, okay. So that's just out of your home. You do when
Yeah,
you're
you can
baking
do
there.
that too, cottage sauce.
So that explains all the big, like 100 pounds of sugar and flour. I was like, holy, they must. Okay, and yeah, all right. Well, you said it. I just never put it together. I guess. Nikki Savory Sweets, and then also.
I operated underneath the North Dakota Cottage. Like that has to be disclosed.
Okay.
It has
I'll
to
put
be.
that. I'll just write that in right when I write the report.
I have to have that on there.
Wow. Okay.
Because it means it makes it out of my home.
Okay, so here I got that.
Okay.
And I'll make sure out here I can put an asterisk by it. Important. No, I remember that too. Okay, and then what was it? Community options?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And what do you do there?
It's called Employment Specialist.
Okay.
I work with FTR program. It's like just people wanting to get back into work.
Okay.
They want to go back to work. So it's like you're getting off the system and.
So it's for like someone who's gotten out of like jail or out of the system of some sort?
That are, they say they're living on like welfare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. All right, and then how long have you been employed there?
Almost a month. Before that, I was at Dixon's.
Okay, a month. So a month from today?
Almost a month. Yeah, it'll be almost a month.
Okay.
And before that, I was at Dixon's.
What is Dixon's?
The hazmat, we're going people that bring you guys gas to the gas stations.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we went to Central Dispatch Program. So all of us and the outline officers are losing their jobs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So.
Well, I mean, I guess you got a good start on something that's really helping the community, though, too. But so Dixon's, how long were you employed there?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Before that, I was at Union.
United?
Moving company.
Oh, United Moving. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with knowing businesses and stuff. I like Grubhub and then like stuff like that. So, all right. Okay. So we've got kind of your history on that as far as your work history. Where have you all lived?
Here in Aberdeen.
Okay.
And then I lived on the East Coast for a while.
Where on the East Coast?
In New York.
Oh, cool. All right. Like that upstate? Or
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. And then, how long have you been in North Dakota then?
Just 50 years.
Okay. All right. And then, obviously, you guys said you just moved into this residence in mid-November. You remember? I remember seeing you mention you had lived somewhere else too in Bismarck.
I miss that place. I really like living over there.
Yeah. What did you like about that place?
There was no. I should check it and I living
Why didn't you like that there?
there. It was too close to everything. We found the place around pretty good.
Oh, okay.
I like living there. All the country's friends were there.
So that was tough, right?
See, I drink Murphy's.
Okay.
Make Murphy's right there.
Okay. I can't think of where that is. I'm not good with
You're
the
gonna be
Is that, what was the closest thing to that?
the Coke Company.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I know where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you guys live anywhere else in Bismarck or anything?
We lived out on Twilight Road. We liked living up there, but we didn't like it up there because he had bad allergies.
You didn't like all the what?
All the yard.
Oh, was it a big yard? Okay. All right. Is there any other place that you can think of?
We lived in Mandan for a little bit. After we had to live in Mandan because he sold this place by Willikers, and it sold too fast, and we didn't have a place to move into.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
had to live in Mandan.
That's not the end of the world. It's good. It's harder when you can't sell a house and then you want another house. So, okay. All right. So let's go into chat a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So first off, how did you guys meet?
So racing.
The detective starts out with easy questions, such as when Entzel first met her husband. Because they are unrelated to the crime, she will answer these questions more freely, which will make it more obvious when she starts to avoid questions or hesitate with her answers.
Racing?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. We didn't talk about that. So it was...
You didn't talk about that.
No, we didn't get a chance. So that's what I said when I came down to writing this report. I'm like, I really need to sit down and talk
They're
to Nikki.
racing.
Through racing? Okay. So what kind of racing were you going to?
Racetrack. Racetrack.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
was it like, were you doing the drags or were you doing
No,
top
like simple
fuelers?
track, like here, like,
With the funny cars?
no, like, heavy stock, street stock.
Oh, okay. All right. So
So I think, yeah.
my
I'm sorry.
no, that's fine. I don't know a lot about it, but my sister, she married a guy who was into the little cars, the funny cars, the legend cars. and
Legends
stuff.
are
Yeah.
the,
So
yeah.
he's like a big deal.
They're
in
more
that.
in Wishick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do. I was actually born in Wishick, so but yeah, she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a lot, but I know it's kind of an expensive thing. But
All
she
it is.
says, yeah. So you met through racing. Like how?
I'm just gonna took off from there, from West Racing, and
So you raced too now?
I was in racing up and took off from there, and I was on dance, so we traveled back and forth, and we only got to see each other like twice a month because of my job and his job, so we only see each other maybe once a month, maybe twice a month.
Were you guys dating then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So where did you meet at? Like in North Dakota or South Dakota or?
In North Dakota, well, we took turns. Sometimes he'd come down to my place, and sometimes he'd come to his place.
Well, when you met him, and
Oh,
when you started
Jamestown.
Jamestown? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, and so was he racing or?
He was racing.
Okay, and were you racing too then? No.
He was, and then he raced, like, he would go to Wishick and race
Okay.
sometimes, and he raced up in Mandela, and he won the Governor's Cup there.
He won it.
Yeah, he's won the Governor's Cup a couple times.
Oh wow. Okay.
So,
Oh.
yeah, but we traveled back and forth, and then, after a year and a half, almost 2 years of dating, we got engaged at Glenn studying.
We're going. Okay.
Glenn, best friends of his.
Okay.
We got engaged at their wedding, and
One was in the air,
and then they came with us when we got married in Arizona, and they stood up for us. So
Oh, okay. So, so this is after a few years. You guys, did he pop the question? Or?
at the reception.
Oh, okay. Awesome. All right.
And
So how long were you guys engaged for?
a year.
A year. Okay.
And we still travel back and forth. We travel back and forth. Like sometimes they came up here and sometimes they came up. It's been a lot. It was hard because of the kids in school.
So this one was down. I don't know that.
My Chris is autistic.
Right.
So it's hard to moving back and forth because he's so rigid with schedule.
Right.
And then we come up here when we could.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And we got married and still apart.
Was that a big transition? I know, I've been through that. It's a transition.
It was different for the boys, different for Chad.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to get him to be home more.
Where was he going?
He used to go out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's all those activities he does. So, the boys just always hung out.
Yeah.
Just kind of sleeping in the place.
Right. With,
And then Teresa was bowling.
oh, really?
Yeah. He really liked it. It was even.
Entzel volunteers much more information than necessary, but the longer she speaks on safe topics, she believes it may distract the detective from harder questions. She may also think that she seems more cooperative.
Because we get such many teams. And he never was both the same kids, so he didn't want to do anymore.
Yeah. Kind of Chad got down. Anything ever happened because of that?
They're calling me a lot more. They told me it's fine. They don't leave this house. Maybe it's something else.
Trudy said that, or Chad said? What did he say?
Fuck it, you can just play their video games. I wake up, she just wants to wake up. But spent time with his sister.
Chad did?
The boys did. Christopher did. Me.
Oh, okay.
Because Larry's boys are same age as, well, around the same age as Carter and Carson.
Okay.
So, me and Larry became really close, and Christopher hung out a lot with Tootie and Carter and Carson a lot, so we did a ton. I'd pick them up when we go to Sky Zone, or we'd go out there and we'd get together and we'd have cookouts and try to do a little bit of something. Everybody get together to hang out to do something.
So they're close?
The boys are really
The
close.
boys are really close?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
How
they
does
still are.
Lori's good with the kids too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking this might take, I'll try to hurry as fast as I can, but just in case this takes a little longer, like I said, I just want to be done. I don't want to be anymore. Is there any way you think maybe Lori could maybe grab the kids or stay with them just for a little bit so we can finish this and then we can be done?
No, we'll be done. It'll be okay. We'll get through it.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about Chad's, your relationship with Chad and his relationship with the boys.
Him and Marcus didn't do a whole lot together. Marcus is older, you know. When I was a kid, they kind of do their own thing, you know. Kind of sit in their own schedule and do their own thing. Tootie and Chad, I didn't do a whole lot, you know. Tootie wanted to do different things, and Chad has this, he does a lot of those different things, and he's gone out of home at least 5, if not 6 nights a week, sometimes more. Depending on if it's nice enough, then they go golfing and trip on more and all that. And I was told, I said we should do some more stuff, just me and you.
So is he more active with the boys than he was with you? Oh.
That's about the same. He left, it was usually just me and the boys home.
Okay.
Is what it was, and I said we should just go do stuff, you know, me and you. Just like, so, you know, the boys are older and they can stay, you know, themselves for an hour or two, and we could go hang out, and what he promised this person that he was going to stuff for them, or he was going to go golfing and do this, that, and whatever. And I said, how about we go do something, and we go do some stuff together, just us.
Yeah.
And I said, maybe we can go hang out and do some things, and maybe just me and you.
Right.
He goes, go for I said, it's just not drinking. He started drinking more. Yeah. He just getting mad and he drank more, he drank mad right there. I said, she been cool and drinking, please. But we didn't, we did stuff. He actually come and help me with catering events, and we had a really good time. And
So he was just a different person when he drank.
it's completely different, like night and day when you were drinking and when you drank.
When Entzel describes Chad's relationship with the boys, she implies that there were two sides to him. This may be both a bid for sympathy and to build a future case for possible self-defense.
I just told him, I said, please just, I wish you would just stop. Like, I can go to counseling with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can go together.
Yeah.
And I said, you'll get better.
Yeah.
I said, just not worry about it. You just get better. He told me, he said, nothing wrong. I said, okay. I just gave him like space.
Yeah.
He's holding, drinking. He's really mad. Drink.
When did you start to notice his drinking increase? Like when in the relationship?
He wanted to leave. Texas was nervous. He was not happy there.
When was that?
2 years.
2 years ago? So that's when this all kind of started? When you started noticing it, I guess?
Well, he's always doing our entire relationship.
Right. But when you said it, you said you saw it increase.
We had about 2 years.
Okay. So that's 2 years ago, so about 2018?
17.
Okay.
I said, we can just stop it. Got really bad. I said, now, stop drinking. So we go places. 2 years ago, to make sure we're not just bad.
So even the kids know us.
I told the kids, don't worry about it. So start with others.
Yeah.
And I told her, just stop. I said, just move on. It comes.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about all this stuff.
Yeah.
Just be happy. He just got so bad when he drank. He said, just stop. And he just grabbed on it. And I had cancer. So whatever he grabbed on,
What do you grab? And it started 2 years ago. That's how it started. It started like grabbing it. How much was he drinking?
kissing crowd, kissing coverage hole. I'm like,
For 2 years. Oh my gosh.
years old. Just stop. Last November, she told me to say, she was really bad or something like that. He went out, he'd come home, he'd tell her, out, it was right after bar closed. And we stayed in some snack behind her.
Yeah.
He said, I'm sorry, and somebody
Yeah.
had
Or,
to
yeah.
with him. And he told us, he said, he's coming. See how we got.
Where was he at? Okay. Was wasn't like darks or something or anything.
Squeeze me so hard.
You heard what? So how was he grabbing you by the arm, right?
He squeezed me so hard.
Oh, I'm sorry, I know I'm just reading in a bear hug. And you heard a rip pop. And this was 2 years. Okay. So that was, or when, what November was this? You said it was November. So
2 years ago.
2 years ago, November.
Just need to shut. Stop thinking about it.
Allegedly, Chad had been drinking heavily for the past several years, and it was placing a strain on the relationship. She is sobbing and using a meek tone of voice in an effort to make herself sound like a victim.
Did it ever get worse from there, Nikki?
They used to say my arms in their doors.
And then,
Their door.
like just a regular house door?
I just, it's really nice to me.
Yeah.
I'm not alive.
Did you ever break a bone or anything?
My feet were broken. My toes were broken a couple times. I just know the things to do.
Did you ever go to a doctor?
I just got told about myself.
Oh,
So I had to look after not this
because your conditions. Did they ever get suspicious about it or anything?
When we were back to that one picture, did you guys see anything off my phone?
I haven't been able to go through everything. Like I said, it's been neat, but I know that you showed me that night a picture of, I couldn't tell if it was an arm. What was that? Your arm?
He said, I have to report them. I was make a plan. Just like
Okay. Who did you go to see the Dr.
Carson,
Clausen? Where is he? Is that Sam?
Michigan.
Okay.
That's what I make a plan. So then, yeah, so that's all. I'm going to go to the gym. Because with my conditions, the more I stay loose,
Yeah.
it helps.
So what are all your conditions again?
I have MS, neurodegenerative nerve disease. So all my discs that are degenerating in my body. And then my cancer. And I have anemia really bad. And
Ms. Lawyer, I just asked that it be paused. It's noon, and if I'm reading it correctly, this goes on for a couple hours.
It does, Your Honor.
And so I'm fine with you continuing it if there's a better place to pause in the next 5 or 10 minutes. I just don't want to assume we're watching the next 2 hours.
We can let it stop here, Your Honor, and take a lunch break.
And then after lunch, we'll resume. So we'll take a break if everyone can be back, so we're ready to come back into the courtroom at 1:30. Members of the jury, you are admonished and advised that you have a duty not to converse among yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected with this trial.
my arms like the more here. And my arms go. That's why I have to move the gym so I can just walk and go walk for a while. And then they do the little dance thing they have there. And I said, I'll be back. And so I was on the treadmill working. And I looked out. He was driving through a front now. He was in my car.
When was this?
Like 3 weeks ago. And
Where was this at?
at Verge.
At Verge. Oh, Verge Fitness. Okay.
And so then,
So you saw him, you're on the treadmill and you see him out in the parking lot looking at your car.
and so then I went home and I said, you followed me? He goes, I don't fucking follow you. I said, you followed me. I said, I was in the training.
Yeah.
I said, why did you follow me? I said, you have to stop.
The accusations of the abuse were never proven, but it can't be ruled out completely as a lie. It may have occurred or have been greatly exaggerated. Family members deny ever seeing any signs that Chad was abusive, but that in and of itself is inconclusive.
Please, you have to stop. You really just stop his hand on him. Helen goes, I don't know why I do the fucking things I do. Fuck this and fuck that. And he left.
Okay.
And I don't know where he went. And then he came home. And he sat down and had some drinks. And they just would be really quiet.
Did he just drink his drink straight?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mix. It makes me feel. Yeah. I do that. It's like,
You said you'd be really quiet. What?
I just was quiet. Like, I just stay away. Like, say, say if he's doing cook something or go to the boys' room and talk to the boys, or I have a ton of training stuff to do, like with work. Sit and do a ton of training and stuff. I go sit and do it just.
Right. You have space.
So
that was 2 weeks ago.
and so then Nikki's training just got really mad last week.
Like how much would you say it increased?
Then it make you drink a whole bottle of Crown. You would drink a whole bottle of Crown and half a bottle of proper chalk a night.
And that was for 2 weeks. He drank down the whole.
And this is at home.
Did he go out when he was drinking like that too then?
You just leave.
Really? Oh.
It was nice to leave. Then we had Judy's birthday party in October.
You had 2 weeks
Right.
birthday party in October? Okay.
We get ready to go. Me and Judy. Yes, Mom. We gotta go find the store because there's a problem. Yeah. It's a problem. Yes. Dad only has 6 beers. Yes. No problem. No. I said, we went. To be okay. And at that point, I knew in my head that I had to do something different because I don't want that
Yeah.
for my kids.
Right. So you knew you had to do something different.
I started begging again. Please, please go get home. Please stop drinking.
Yeah.
I just got mad when I went to ask him. And then the furnace wasn't working, so he was even madder.
Right.
I'm just like, I'm not live out there no more. Because I can't, because of my voice.
Yeah.
And then to go, I had to sleep, so I had to sleep in the car. And I said I can't in the car for voice.
Yeah. The boys would sleep in the car with you. That'd be hard to explain to them. I mean, so
So then,
did you ever tell anybody about the abuse at all?
I told a couple of friends about it, but for a long time I didn't tell. I was scared.
Yeah.
Because you don't know that they're never gonna leave me, find me. Then I said, my girlfriend to my house with me.
Yeah.
She said it's not even that, but Trudy said that was bad. How would you feel?
Oh gosh, when the kids notice like that, that's, I mean, if it's not apparent to a 12-year-old. So what was your plan?
I started applying for jobs, just different places, and I figured if I went back to one area, that would be enough money to support me and the boys. And I figured if I find a job, me and the boys just go. Just go. Just
Start new.
Just start new. Just go.
Given how abusive Chad was supposed to be, in combination with how much he was drinking, it is odd that no one noticed that he was having some sort of trouble. If he actually followed her to the gym, someone would have seen that confrontation. Entzel's story seems off, but she is selling it hard with her tears.
Away. Maybe you would change and get better now. Maybe we just start over.
So you didn't know if he'd ever, maybe that would be the thing that changed his drinking? Or if that was, maybe that was your chance to start over?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Maybe I just would just go. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well, you can't. I mean, and that, you know.
And then I just, he was so bad. But the thing is that, not even that, but he was mad because I told him I didn't want to live with no more.
Yeah. So did you, I mean, how serious were you on applying for jobs? I mean, did you?
I've applied, and I've had some interviews on the phone.
Oh, okay. Okay. When were you planning on going through it? I know you told me the other day you had, was it an interview?
I was 14.
Okay.
I guess just because you don't do it until you actually get a job.
Yeah.
You just have to take it day by day.
Yeah.
And just give it to myself and then you can, look at the house and look at different, what options were everywhere.
Yeah.
All different places. What I have to figure out what would be best for the boys and
Right.
what we could get by with. And
So was there a time that you were like, I think I'm gonna, try for this? I know you said you had gotten new phones.
we were, in the process of it.
Yeah.
All the ice storm weather.
Right.
Haven't helped
Packages didn't
anything.
show up. Yeah. No, I've
The
been.
boys' gifts haven't even all the way came yet.
Oh, you Amazon.
Christmas gifts
Oh.
haven't even all the way came yet because of the bad weather. Like, we haven't even had Christmas yet.
Well, maybe that'll be a good thing for when this is all over. When we have that news, that time.
Because I was hoping everything would help me. My eldest young mother.
Yeah.
But I was just taking it day by day. And it's not. Well, this is working.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't have any idea when you were going to do it?
I always kept saying I was going to do it. I was going to do it. They never did. We said, you just, maybe just get better this time. Maybe I could just talk about the counseling.
Did you ever discuss with anybody else about it, like his family, to try to reach out or anything? Who did you talk to?
His sister. And even his sister said, when they were in the car with my brother, I was in the car with my brother.
Yeah.
I was like, his sister,
Entzel claims she spoke to Chad's sister about the abuse, but this is a lie.
All I wanted to do was quit drinking. They had a loudspeaker. She said, "We abandoned you." That's all we've ever wanted him to do is just stop drinking.
Did she know that she was drinking? She did.
She said it right in the family because I asked before.
Did Chad have a dad or anything?
I don't know how long Ernie's been gone. He was passed away before I
Oh, so he's passed away. Okay. Was he drinking there? Okay.
I know that the uncles.
I'm sorry, do you need tissue or something? Yeah, just hang tight. Let me grab, do you want something to drink? Okay.
Chad's family said at the trial that he rarely drank. When he did, they described him as becoming giggly. There is nothing to suggest that he had a problem with alcohol.
We stole it from
But I don't know. Because I know. I talked to Lori a couple of times about it. And she said that's all I ever wanted. I should have stopped drinking.
What was Chad like? Was he what was he like? Was
Roller coaster.
roller coaster? Was it just with the drinking?
When he drank, it was up and down. But come home from work, he'd change and leave.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have drinks wherever he went. He'd come home and drink more.
Did he get to work on time and stuff like that? Or was he, did he late all the time or late or anything?
He always made to work, I don't know.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he left the house or something at some point, huh? Did he ever oversleep or something because of the drinking?
Maybe times I don't know for sure yet.
Okay.
Everyone else around so much.
Certainly.
So bad.
He did so much drinking. Your brother was there that night too. Had you ever told him about it before? I remember you had said that you had kind of let him know about it the weekend before.
I didn't really say a lot there. I kind of keep just everything to me, to myself. I found this is something my brother.
That was
just because he asked me. The boy said something.
okay.
The boy said something.
Damn. Did they call him or something?
Nobody told them, and they were up for it was Thanksgiving. I don't remember what holiday it was.
Did you have it at your house then, or no?
No, they were up with my brother in Dickinson.
Oh, okay. So you went to Dickinson?
No, the kids were up there.
Oh, okay.
They went up. My mom would come through and
Okay.
pick up the kids, and they go up to Dickinson. And because my brother has two nephews. He has two nephews. I have two nephews.
He has two sons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And the boy said something. They saw something.
Right. Did you guys go to Thanksgiving out there then?
Mm-hmm. We had Thanksgiving. He drank.
He drank.
Yeah.
So you didn't even see the boys on Thanksgiving. What did your brother say to you when he told you about the kids saying something?
He said that he just told me because we're going down just to have a happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, so something pretty wrong. And I said,
Sorry. Thanksgiving, and you talked to Matt after about that. Did he say anything? Did he need to? Did he want help at all or anything?
Yeah, just said, let me know if you need anything. He took notice and we tried to him. If I don't need anything, he said, let me know if you need help. I've always been a single mom, so.
Yeah, kind of used to doing what needs to be done, right? So,
Entzel continues to sob and repeats that she only wanted Chad to stop drinking. As much as he consumed, it is strange that he was always able to make it to work and perform his job without any issues.
all right, so let's move this forward. Let's go back to when did the kids go to South Dakota again?
The 20th.
Okay, and what was going on there?
It was Christmas break.
Okay, but I mean, they didn't want to stay home, or you didn't want to stay home, or what?
They always would go with grandma. They always go with grandma and hang out with grandma, and then they go to Dickinson, hang out there, and then come back and then we have Christmas here. And it's kind of like,
Okay, so it's a loop.
yeah.
So, okay, so this is something normal that they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, we had all the shitty storms.
Right, so suppose that put
Yeah,
they ever on the travel.
Yeah.
Did they ever make it to Dickinson?
This is last.
This past time?
Yeah. That was like, because of all the.
In November? Or for Thanksgiving? Or did
They
they make it
were
over
too.
Christmas break?
They didn't end up going for Christmas. My brother got sick. And then the boys were sick. And then we had all the storms.
Right.
And then they went up there with them. They went up Friday, Thursday. They were up there Thursday.
This past Thursday?
They were up there. Not just this last weekend, but
Weekend before? They went up to Dickinson? Okay. Alright.
yeah, because of Hallie's birthday.
Okay.
And then that's when they were just gonna
Right.
do everything because of all the storms. They just
Well, yeah.
couldn't get up there. So,
It's been
or just this
amazing.
past week. Hallie's birthday was the first, so whatever this,
Hadley's birthday was the first.
yeah.
So they were going to do it that
This
following
week,
weekend?
yeah.
Okay.
Is that this week?
No, it's alright. The days have been, especially with these breaks in the middle of the week.
So that was the first time that they were up there and they were gonna just do it and then come home and you're gonna have Christmas.
Mhm.
And then I went to school.
How have the kids been taking it? Do they know?
Because she was taking it really hard.
They sound like they were close to me. I'm sorry, Nikki. It's hard. So let's go first then, and then so how did this all take place when you left?
So
Obviously the kids are gone, so you don't have to worry
the
about
kids
that.
are gone. Monday we got into it Monday about the furnace not working because we had no heat again for Christmas.
Okay.
And I said, I'm done, I'm tired of no heat. I said, there's no heat. I said, I can't keep staying here if
Right.
there's no heat. I said, it's not working for me, for my MS, for my everything. I said, then, well, the boys, when they come home, I
Right.
said, it's so cold. I said, maybe for Christmas, we can go California or something. Do something. Maybe. Maybe go anywhere. Whatever. I can't stay here for that.
Mhm.
He goes, I don't have my own. He said, swearing. He started out there for bullying.
This was Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what time was that?
He used to be bullying by. He would have left for bullying. He used to be there by like 6:30. He said he was at work and he would went to bowling. And then I came home when I knew he would have been gone at bowling.
So you guys had the argument
Earlier.
before bowling. Was it?
It was earlier in the morning.
So it was in the morning.
It was early, yeah. And
Did anything become physical at that point?
no. Yeah.
Was it a long fight? I mean, or did you just?
No. I told him, I said, done. It was an out. I wasn't going to give opportunity. And I laughed.
When asked about what led up to the events of Chad's death, Entzel claims she left the house because of the lack of heat. It is true that she was staying in a hotel room, one paid for by her lover, Earl Howard.
I can't do the no heat.
Right. Is this before work? Or is
Yeah, before work. I said, I can't do the no heat. I can't.
Yeah.
I said, maybe after Christmas. And most place. Next week. He was mad. I just heard the last. So then I came home when I knew he would be home.
Where did you go?
This mountain. Go around.
Oh, so you didn't have to be to work that day? Monday?
Well, I was at work Monday. I was at work all day Monday.
Oh, okay. I thought you said this was Monday that you guys got in the argument before work.
It was before, yeah, because then I left and went to work.
Oh, okay.
And then I came home and I knew he wouldn't be home. And he grabbed some stuff and left, and then he messaged. Later I told him there was paper on the counter when he was signing that paper.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's some stuff in there, bullying. Maybe I was bad at some bullying. That's what it is. I have to do that day. Just stay away. Stay away. And I don't know if never for this is going to work. And what's these fools coming up? Tuesday I was working.
When you came back, what did you get?
Clothes.
Clothes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you normally have your meds with you and stuff like that?
Yeah, I always carry them when it hurts.
Okay.
Mm.
So.
Monday when we had done that argument, one of the things that he was down on good night of bowling. Because he just got a 700 series or 760 series, whatever it's. I don't know. It's so.
Okay.
He was down on good night. He goes, you're calling in for us both. We're playing drinking games.
When did he say that?
Monday morning.
Monday morning.
And I said, no. That's what I heard from that. But Tuesday.
What did he mean by drinking games?
Okay, so I got a bunch of work Tuesday. I called it.
When you went back, you said you had some clothes. You didn't need meds or anything. And when we were talking yesterday, you said you had a friend come over.
Come with me. We grabbed stuff real fast. We ran it out. It didn't take very long. I just grabbed some pants and like 2 laundry baskets of whatever I could throw in laundry baskets. And half of it was dirty.
Yeah, you're not really thinking in a situation like that. I wouldn't even know where to start if I was going to hurry. I mean, how long? I mean, yeah.
I didn't think we were there for maybe 30 minutes, maybe
Okay.
40.
So that
I
was
just
quick.
never, yeah, because I never know if he's gonna bowl, but it's called like a empty camera. I don't know what they call it, like when you don't, when there's nobody to bowl against, so then it can go real fast.
Yeah.
And so it's really Tuesday morning, met up and
Who is your friend?
we met Earl.
Bro?
Never moved for a while. And
Is he, is he a neighbor or something, or what?
no, we just met through the area. I just ordered food like anybody else and started being a repeat customer and
Okay.
hanging out and being friends with us and
Yeah.
everything else. And
Oh, so Chad knew him too?
yeah, just
Okay.
became friends. And
What did he think
Kids
of all
know.
this stuff?
he was so sweet. He said, "You're better than that." He said that he goes, like,
Howard is painted as something of a white knight coming to Entzel's rescue, at least in her mind. In reality, she has just described a man who may be willing to help the woman he loves to commit a crime.
I tell you how to run your life. He goes, I wish you always the best. He goes, you don't want to see nobody get hurt, so.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, I was at work and I had just got done with a meeting with the client after the time. I hurt. Holy, this
I'm sorry.
Yes. This one time, he wanted to play drinking games and I did. So I went to work one other time. He found out and he ended up going to work. And he came to my work. So I called him.
Nikki, I'm sorry. Start over. I didn't hear that part.
So Tuesday morning, I got up and went to work. And I was busy with playing. I looked at the clock and it was close to 8 o'clock.
It was close to what?
8 o'clock.
Close to 8 o'clock? Okay.
And I said, oh, I recall and then he told me that you wanted to show up at my work.
Because that had happened before. Do you remember when that was?
When I worked out at Dixon's.
Okay.
He showed up. And so I called him and said, he wanted me to call in. And they said, okay. So I hung up and I went about my day. After work, I went back to the hotel and
Which hotel is that?
in Staybridge. Where we're at.
Where is that at?
Over by, I call it the Gateway Mall parking lot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what I call it.
Yeah.
So, did that and didn't really do much of anything. After I've been working with all my medical stuff, I'm just kind of,
You didn't lift it down.
I just said I was going to just give him some space. Give him some time, and then Wednesday, I was supposed to get up and go get the boys. And we had that awesome ice storm.
Yeah.
And so I was on and off the phone with Mom all day. I said, my happy body doesn't find nowhere. I said, there's clouds on the roads and everything else, so
Yeah.
I said, stay here and do nothing. And then
So you didn't do anything for New Year's at all or anything?
I got into,
Yeah. I just didn't know.
yeah,
So.
no. And then Thursday got up and went to work, just like any other day. And Thursday I had a packed day. Thursday was nuts.
Yeah.
It was like running from like the minute I entered in the door.
Yeah.
And then a phone number came across my phone. I didn't know who it was. And then I got a client, so I answered, and it was Cole from his work. And he said, Chad didn't come to work. And I said, I don't know. I said, I haven't been home for a few days. I said, I can't get away.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I have a super busy day. I have clients all day, and he says, can't take people to your home.
Right, yeah. Well,
And I said,
I'm sorry, I can't get away. I said, I tried to call and text him, and he goes, will you let me know what you find out? And I said, yes. So I tried to call, tried to text, I didn't hear anything back, and I had to get ready for my next client, and then he sent me a message saying that they had been out there and his truck was there, and he didn't answer, and I just said, I would get away as soon as I could, but I just couldn't. And then I had my meeting at work it starts asking at 4 o'clock. We have our end-of-the-day meetings,
Okay.
end-of-the meetings. And after that was done, I had to come home at 5 o'clock. And we said, oh my gosh, the other car, it smelled funny. No. I didn't know because it smells funny out there. I walked up the door.
An interesting point about Entzel's statement is the fact that Chad's workplace was immediately concerned when he did not show up that day. This does not match the behavior of an alcoholic who is unreliable and shows that Entzel's claims about his constant drunkenness were probably false.
I couldn't get in the door. I looked in the window and I see all the black. So then I called you guys. You guys came.
Okay. Well, like I said, then we kind of talked from there. When you got there, I mean, you said you saw the smoke at the
It
door.
smells smoky. I know I can see the wash machine and dryer all black.
Okay.
I can see in the glass right there. I see it all black. And I couldn't get in. And it smelled like smoky burn.
Yeah.
And so I called you guys.
Right.
And you guys came. And then you guys came out. And I decided I wanted to go away. Told me I couldn't go in.
Yeah.
And you guys are bringing him out.
Yeah. I think that was probably the fireman.
An autopsy would later reveal that Chad was dead before the fire started and had been killed by 2 shots from a shotgun.
I think that said that they didn't know what they had, if he was alive or what. But
You guys.
yeah,
Come out.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up a bad memory. It's gonna be okay. Are you staying with family or anything right now, or are you still at the hotel?
I'm still at the hotel.
Are you doing okay there for finances and stuff and everything like that?
Yeah. But why?
Well, and that's what I want. That's what I want to do.
That's my mom. Hello? I'm talking to the sergeant. I'm talking to the sergeant.
Do you want to see if she can grab the kid and we can finish up? We
Okay.
got a little bit left.
No, bye. She's on the road.
Okay. And that's what I want. That's what I'm trying to go through too and figure out why. So you're doing okay though as far as finances and stuff for the hotel and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been renting that hotel?
Let's do there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the insurance is paying now since the 3rd.
Oh, the insurance is paying it. Did you pay for the room
Just,
before that?
yeah, just
Okay.
a couple days.
So you just put that on like your credit card or something, or did you? Yeah.
But it's no.
Do you need anything to drink?
No.
And like I said, I was gonna put as much work into this as I can for you, Nikki, to find out. You know what I mean? Did you see anything when you went back, to the house? Anything weird or anything like that?
I'm sorry, I couldn't think when you took me out there very well. Like, I played up those videos, but
You pointed out those what?
just a few things that didn't belong where they belong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me clarify. Yeah. I'm sorry, Nick. It's been a lot. I'm sorry, I guess what I meant was the night you went back with your friend to grab stuff, was there anything that was different or out of place?
And he's going to say this man give us some basket and we left.
Okay. Do you know at that time was the furnace working?
And a coat on, or that sweater.
Okay, good.
So,
Yeah.
and I just grabbed stuff and we left. And I hate that furnace.
Tell me, okay, we have the video, but who all came to try to fix that thing?
A.J. Thompson, twice.
Okay, when was that, right when you moved in? What was the time frame on that?
Oh, but we didn't call him.
You didn't call?
I called them.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't call. I'm like, well, did you show up?
I called them.
Okay.
So, and then, so they'd know.
Yeah,
And then they'd tell you whatever they fixed, because
okay. Yeah, so, but I mean, I'm just saying, when did they come to try to fix this thing? Was it like November, December?
we
What
came
was
right
it?
away.
As soon as you moved in. So you had troubles with this furnace right then?
We had these heat things speaking.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We had heat things speaking.
Okay.
And it was just after, it was just repeated that. And I always did that thing I showed you.
Yeah, the video. So it did that even after HA was there twice. So they came in right away in November,
Mm-hmm.
and then when did they come again?
We had to call them.
Okay. I mean, do you remember kind of the time? Was it a long time after you moved in? Not long after you moved in? Because that's, I want to know more about that furnace too.
It was like, well, I don't even think it was a week. It was maybe a week and a half. I don't think it was 2 weeks. It was always going out.
Yeah.
The one time the landlord came out and messed with it a couple times. Came out and messed with it. I don't know what he did. And he died going.
Yeah, go on. Did they ever say anything was wrong? Did they replace parts? How much was your bill?
I don't remember if I had no bills. $100, but it's around Thanksgiving I didn't get yet, so down it was expensive.
Right, because the service call was a holiday after that.
But and I don't know what the landlord did the day he came out. He said he was talking to somebody and they were telling him what to do. So
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Did
He had it all taken apart, and I don't know. He's not a
mechanical thing?
well. He's not a furnace person.
Yeah.
I don't.
So the landlord was out there once or twice working on that furnace?
Once.
Once? Okay.
And
When was that?
It says on my phone.
Okay. I'll have to look into that.
It says on my phone.
Do you remember, was it like before or after Christmas?
Before.
Before Christmas? Okay, so it's been a little bit, but not that long.
No. We haven't. No.
Right. No, I'm just trying to figure out how this furnace seems to be. An issue.
I would never see him going. He always, when I was telling this one, it's a, well, I'm just going to flip switch. And I said, what we have no.
Who was going to flip a switch?
Landlord.
Like a switch on a furnace? Okay.
And then he goes, I'm just going to do the same thing they're going to do. What do we have? And
Yeah.
where isn't that message? It was like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a video.
Yeah, I was told her, is that fair? I have little kids.
Yeah. How much were you guys paying for rent?
$12.50.
$12.50.
And that didn't include, we paid everything else. You know, like that was just that. Like,
Just for the rent.
yeah.
So you paid your own utilities.
Mm-hmm.
You paid your own electric. You paid your own water, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So you paid $12.50 for a house with no heat. Did so you guys went on those cold nights with the kids, you would sleep in the car? Okay.
I was always scared because I was car running.
Yeah. I think I'm.
When planning their crime, Entzel and Howard probably thought it would be safe to use the fire, since there had been documented issues with the heating unit. However, all it really does show is that they use this to their advantage.
I think I understand the furnace, or at least I have enough to look at there. So we had talked just briefly on the phone one time about Chad, if he was right or left-handed. And I remember you said he was, how did he put it? I'm trying to remember. It was
He used to say he could shoot wrong-handed and he could shoot right-handed.
you could shoot right or wrong-handed.
Yeah. Sometimes it was hard to teach 2D. And this 2D shoots. 2D's right-handed. And he shoots archery right-handed.
Okay.
And he said, Dad said sometimes he can't show me how to shoot because sometimes it's easier for him to hold wrong-handed. And Chad even goes, sometimes I hold wrong-handed. That's what they always called it, was wrong-handed.
Yeah.
And he goes, sometimes I shoot right-handed. And
So when you're saying shooting, is it basketball or is it like shooting a gun?
no, when they would go out and shoot pelican or he would always let him and 2D would always go like after Christmas. And they fill up the gingerbread house with tannerite and then blow it up or go shoot pellet gun.
Yeah.
And he said sometimes it was hard because he said sometimes it felt more comfortable to shoot wrong-handed and sometimes it felt more comfortable to shoot right-handed. And I said, I don't do anything with it, so I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know she goes, sometimes, yeah, it's mad because it's hard for him to show me how to shoot or hold the gun because he says he holds this gun different. And I said, I don't know, Mr. Person, maybe just be okay.
Was Chad someone who got frustrated easily? Okay. So yeah, he was. He was a person who would. Okay.
And I said, I was just be okay.
What was his normal habit when he'd go to bed? I mean, did he?
Drinking in bed.
He would drink in bed.
He always had beers by the nightstand and whiskey bottles in the nightstand and glass with whiskey on the nightstand and the beer cans. Sometimes he would put up on the nightstand and sometimes he used to do in my room.
Yeah.
We were always between like
Here, just let me just draw it on the back of this.
here's the wall. Here's the bed. And the bathroom.
Okay.
There's a nightstand, he's here for the wall. And he put beer cans here in the nightstand, and bottles were inside the nightstand, and the cans lying against here. And then he always had glass up here. And sometimes he put the cans here, but sometimes he just let them.
Sure.
And sometimes they'd be under that. But usually it always dropped on the floor.
Okay. Which side of the bed was Sharon's?
This side, but sometimes if I decided I wanted to sleep in the middle,
Yeah.
he slept on
Either side.
either side.
Okay.
Because I sleep in the middle, and he goes, well, you sleep on either side then.
Okay.
But sometimes he goes, he'd get up and go pee, and then he wouldn't have to stub his fucking toe.
Did he shower before bed or anything like that, or was it his normal thing?
He always showered before bed.
Did he sleep with pajamas or anything?
Nope. Naked.
Okay.
Once in a great while of like, well, not when we first were together, he'd sleep with boxers on, not knowing if the boys were coming around.
Right.
And I would sleep naked because he'd always do the naked dance at me.
What's that? Actually, you know what? I don't want to know. It doesn't sound, unless it was something that he. I'm gonna let you tell me if that.
Well, showering. Hands behind his back and she gets me friend.
So you slept naked then. Okay.
Because sometimes he slept on his side and sometimes he slept on the side, just depending.
Okay.
Depending on if the pillow felt right and if I was hugging too much on one side.
Did he sleep with the door open or closed?
When the boys were gone, we always slept with the door open.
Okay.
And then, but there's times too when we slept with the door closed. I guess it.
The detective is trying to get a picture of Chad's normal bedtime routine to see if it varies from the position in which the body was found.
It wasn't a big habit.
It was.
Okay.
The boys didn't come down to her. I mean, they didn't come down. If they did, they would always holler for me before
Okay.
anything else.
Where did the boys sleep?
So here's the hallway,
Yeah.
right, coming out. And here's my changing room.
Okay.
Here's bathroom. Here's the other bathroom. Here's my changing room. This is Tweety's room.
Okay.
And Marcus is downstairs.
Okay. All right. So that makes sense then. Okay. And then were there? I know you said you weren't a gun person, but were there any guns in the house? I know you said there was.
I don't know any for sure. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Like I said, whatever you can remember or whatever you know is
I don't
good.
know how many for sure.
Okay. Where were they kept?
In our room.
In your room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's one and have a seat.
So the guns were kept in the room.
In the closet.
Where was the ammunition kept?
I was always supposed to be out by Trudy's ammunition. I was always supposed to be out in the closet. And into the house where it was always supposed to be, but a lot of times he always would take me to the back bedroom. Or the bedroom.
Okay.
And I always told him that I don't want it back there. So I don't want to sleep. Bothers me. I think that would be the hallway.
Tell you what, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab water. Would you like a water? Nikki. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Nikki, you knew Chad the best.
Yeah.
What do you think happened here?
Mm-hmm. Everyone has bad days. Everyone has bad days. You before I told you that. I told everything. Please tell me before. When we had other arguments, I told him to stop drinking. He says, I don't want to, he always wants to tell me what to do. And that day, I told him I was upset and hurt by him following me. He says, I don't fucking do anything right. Maybe I should just go fucking away. He would say that different times. Maybe I should just fucking away. I never played into it. And he goes, I don't know what's wrong with my fucking mind. He said, fucking go someplace. And I know different times he said, I'm gonna go ask my mom. And I said, okay. I said, we can go to Galaxy after. When you didn't drink, he was so nice to me. When you didn't drink, he was so different.
What do you think happened here?
I don't know.
Okay, Nikki.
I don't know. I miss him so much.
Right. Well, Nikki, you asked me why.
I just want
Entzel claims that she doesn't know what happened, but everything she is saying is heavy with the implication that Chad shot himself. If she can get them to believe that, she thinks that she can get away with the murder of her husband.
to know what
Right.
happened.
Right. Well, I don't know why yet, but I do know how.
Oh,
Okay, so, yeah, absolutely. So, Nikki, obviously when we go through something like this, I don't know if you watch TV much or anything, but
I don't watch TV.
we're able to do a lot with digital information.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to get information off of cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to track the location of those cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to go back and pull surveillance video. Even sometimes if someone has turned it off or if it doesn't work, we can still recover that.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to basically go through that scene and find tiny little things
Mm-hmm.
that the naked eye doesn't see.
Right.
We have a lot of new technology that we can do a lot of stuff with, and I pulled no stops on this one because you asked me why, and I wanted to find out for you. So we can do all that, and like I said, we can track all those cell phones. So we can go back, we can look at camera footage from the area of vehicles coming and going. I'm going to say that Chad's death was not an accident.
What? Mm-hmm.
Based off of all the information that I've gathered, Chad's death was not an accident.
I don't understand.
Well, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about, and I wanted you to hear it from me, going into this. Like I said, we have pulled so many resources in on this, and we have used so much technology on this. We know how this happened. And Nikki, I think you know how to.
I don't. That's why I asked you. I don't know nothing.
Chad did not die in the fire. Okay?
Okay.
Chad was killed by a gunshot.
What?
He was killed by a firearm.
What?
Yeah. We did an autopsy on Chad, and there was no soot in his lungs or in his throat. And that tells us that Chad was dead before the fire started. Okay? There was also a gunshot wound to Chad. Or there was a gunshot wound to Chad. And that happened before the fire. Yeah. So, is there anybody you can think of that's involved with this? Do you know who's involved with this?
No. I don't know.
Do you know anything about do you know anything about Chad's death?
I don't.
Okay. Like I said, we did find the gun on scene.
Sorry, it's not my phone. I don't know what it would be.
It's okay. I think we need to finish with this anyway. So, is there anybody else who's been in that house?
I don't know who would come, in and out of the house. I mean, I don't.
Entzel tries to deny everything, from knowledge of how her husband died to who may have had access to their home. It is a desperate attempt, and one that will not serve her well.
Would be in and out. I don't know who would come. I don't know who would come in and out of the house.
Was there anybody else besides, was it Earl with you when you came back?
No.
Did you ever see anybody in the house when you were there? When you came back?
I didn't see anybody.
Okay.
I said we ran in the house.
Right. So, you see, how long were you guys in the house?
At max meeting, 30 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. I know it was 8:30 something.
Yeah.
And
Nothing happened when you guys were there? When you guys came at 8:30?
Mm-mm.
Was Chad bowling then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was just us.
Okay. So you didn't see anybody there? Nothing seemed out of place?
I didn't pay attention. I just ran
Okay.
in and out, and that was it. I just grabbed my stuff and left.
Okay. Who is Earl to you?
I've known him. Like I said, he bought stuff. We became good friends. He's hung out. We all know him. We, joke back and forth. We,
Nikki,
we all met back and forth.
it's okay. You can tell me if were you guys romantically involved or anything? No? Okay, so
No.
you weren't boyfriend or girlfriend
No.
or anything?
Nope. I'm married.
I know, but I was just with all that going on.
No. I'm married. He's married.
Oh, he's married.
He's married. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's married. That's the thing.
All right.
And
So, did you tell Earl about the abuse or anything like that?
he saw the bruise marks, a couple times, but he just said, I wish, wish you guys the best. I wish,
Did he ever seem angry by it?
he goes, I'm not getting involved in it. So, you guys, do your own thing and, figure it out. And, I told my brother knows about the abuse, and he said if there's anything he can do to help me, he would. And
Nikki, Chad was killed. Chad was murdered. It's not a suicide. There were multiple gunshots.
No.
Yes. Like I said, I know how. I just need to know why.
No. No.
Is there?
Why would anybody? Why would anybody do that?
I don't know, Nikki, but that's what I want to find out. So why would that happen to?
Knowing that the detective believes her to be guilty, Entzel once again employs the use of tears to come across as the grieving widow and buy herself enough time to think of something convincing to say.
Chad.
I don't know.
Nikki, where did you go after you guys came back from bowling? Or after you came there when Chad was at bowling?
We went back to the hotel.
Who's we?
Well, he helped me carry the stuff in.
Huh?
He helped me carry the stuff in.
Who did?
Earl.
Oh, okay. So you came back to the hotel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happened then?
You said it's hotel?
Just you and Earl?
Mm-hmm.
For help?
we're there for a minute. Well, I stayed in the room and he went and stayed in his room.
Okay. So you guys had separate rooms? Okay.
I went to sleep. I don't know. So
Okay.
after I'm done with work, I'm pretty much in good trouble. I had my stuff thrown everywhere and baskets stolen. That was it.
So Earl spent the night in his room? But you didn't know where he was? Or you didn't know if he left after that or anything like that?
I don't think he did.
Okay. Nikki, we also have the ability, we have the video from the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I know you came back with Earl.
Right.
And like I said, I need you to be, honest with me on what all goes down, because I'm trying to figure out, I know how. I need to know why that Chad was murdered.
I just want him back.
I know. Nikki, I can't change what happened, but I can explain how or why. I know.
Every time Entzel is faced with a hard question, Entzel sobs wildly in an effort to avoid having to give a full answer.
Change what happened, but I can explain how or why. I know. What? So, Nikki, you need to be honest with me. Did you and Earl stay in the same room?
Well, in his room, I was into his bedroom. He was out in the what do you call it, the other room.
The other room, I don't know what you mean.
Like the main room.
The living room?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have one room?
Main room, but it's like you come in and it's a room. Like it's a living room and then it's a bedroom. You have to pull out.
So we know that, Nikki. We know when you guys came, when you guys went. So I'm asking because I know you're a good person. I mean, just talking with you, you've been through so much. just need to find out why. I know how. I know when. I know where.
Do that.
Nikki, did you have anything to do with Chad's death?
No. That's a terrible thing to do.
Okay. Do you know if Earl would have anything to do
No, he wouldn't.
with Chad's death?
No.
Do you know if Earl would have anything to do
No, he wouldn't.
with Chad's death?
No.
Is there anyone else you could think of?
I can't think of anybody. I don't think you want to be funny. I don't. I don't know.
Where does Earl live?
He's back home in Canada.
He lives in Canada.
He's a project manager, so he travels around.
When did you guys rent the room?
It was on Sunday. Sunday he would rent it.
Sunday he would have rented it. Nikki, you said you didn't get into a fight till Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you rent a hotel room Sunday?
Well, he was coming to town.
Okay. So who rented the hotel room?
Earl did.
Okay. And so had you talked to Earl before you rented?
Well, I knew he was coming to town.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew he was already coming to town.
Okay. So when did you talk to him and discuss?
Monday, and I told him we got into a fight, and he said he came over and talked to me. I could come there, crash for a few days. Just to thank you.
Okay. So Monday night. That's the night you got, or that's the day you got in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's the day you went back from when he was at bowling.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were at the house for about 30 minutes, right?
I think that's what it was, 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. I know we carried out some stuff in laundry baskets.
Okay. So after you left the house with the laundry baskets, tell me everything that happened.
We went back to the hotel, we carried in the stuff, we stayed in, and then, yes.
When describing the events that she considers safe, Entzel is able to remain calm. Either she is being truthful during those portions, or she is confident that she will not be caught in a lie.
I was really thirsty. He asked what I was doing alone, and I said, I couldn't sleep, because I was really upset. And I said, so we walked around, we just talked for a while.
In the hotel or what?
Mm-hmm.
The hotel room? Okay.
And,
And what?
just told me, I said, I'm lost. I don't understand. Just want to understand.
What don't you understand, Nikki?
I don't understand why a lot of things, why he was going to the phone staying with me. All that. Just,
Did you guys ever leave the room that night?
I don't remember. My brain is so full of everything right now.
So you don't remember if you left the room Monday night?
There were smokes. So I mean, if we left him, went outside and he smoked. He does smoke and he can't smoke in the rooms.
Nikki, I looked at the video. I know you left that night. I want you to be as honest with me.
I know we did. We went to Candy Cane Lane.
Where's that?
Just up by, when you go up the vibe.
Because all those houses at the whole lane is full of Christmas lights.
Okay. What time did you guys go there then?
I don't remember what time it was. I couldn't sleep. I don't know what time it was. I talked to Chad, it was 10. I don't remember what time
Do you think it was it shortly after you talked to Chad?
I don't remember. There's something. I don't remember what time it would have been. They moved me after because I wanted to show them. And sleep, and I said, I want to see Christmas lights before they all take them down. So I don't get to see them this year.
So Nikki, something we commonly do to just track everybody where they're going or if they've been there. We get all the video from cameras that are in the area on the routes they would take.
Mm-hmm.
So I've already pulled some of that video.
Okay.
So I know that you guys left the hotel.
Okay.
And I know you guys went somewhere. When you went to Candy Cane Lane, did you ride with Earl?
Mm-hmm.
What did you drive in?
I don't remember what vehicle we were.
What does Earl drive?
A white truck.
Just a second here. Nikki, this is Joe Aarons.
Hi.
He's with Bureau of Criminal Investigations.
Yeah.
Hello.
And
I have to go soon.
So I wanted to come in and we knew that, so we wanted to get me in here as soon as we could then. Sorry, I had some other things going on too, so I missed a lot of apparently what you've been talking to him for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I guess at this point, I've reviewed everything.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing you need to be doing right now is you gotta be honest about everything.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of information. I was at the crime scene. I helped process the crime scene. That's kind of what my thing is on a lot of this is the processing and analyzing of things. And all I do is criminal investigation.
Right.
So I know you've been talking to him and told him some things. Some of that I can tell you right now is not true. I know we have video like he said. We have when you're coming and going from that room. But I think that some of it you just need to explain a little bit better, maybe. Like for me, I missed out on some. What's your relationship with Earl?
We've known each other, like I said, he first bought cookies, and from there when he's came into the area, I've went and catered or cooked for him before, and we've more so developed a joking relationship. He's hung out with my kids. I've met his daughter.
Have you met his wife? You said he was married,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
No, I've not met his wife. No.
Okay.
No.
So what was Earl doing in North Dakota?
He's coming here he's got a couple project manager jobs that he's coming to scout and all that, so.
Okay. All right. And Chad knows Earl?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they friends?
They've met, they've hung out, they've, so he's came over and, I guess it's been, pretty much anybody that comes over, my thing is you come over, you order from me, you pretty much already have free range to come to the house and have a bite to eat and.
Order from you? What do you mean order from you?
I have a catering business.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. So Chad knows Earl.
Mhm.
They get along?
Yeah.
Okay. And so then I understand you were staying at the Stay Bridge.
Mhm.
Okay. So you were staying with Earl?
He had already had a room there, and I told him, I said, I was upset Monday, and I said, I just need some time. The furnace isn't working. It's a forever ending thing. I said, I told you, I said, I can't keep doing the no furnace working. I don't want to be here. I said, it's been out pretty much since we've been living here. And I said,
The detectives press Entzel about her relationship with Howard, and she still maintains it was platonic. The fact that he just happened to be in town at the time of Chad's death is just a bit too hard to swallow.
I don't want to be here. I said, we had an argument about his drinking, and at that point I said, I just left. I did to work. I worked Monday, obviously, and then I came out to the house with me. We grabbed some stuff and we left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what did Chad think of you going and staying in a hotel room with Earl?
And said nothing different than said we went to Texas. I went
Who's
to.
we? When you say we, you said we went to Texas. So who's we? You and Chad or you and Earl?
Me and Chad went to Texas,
Okay.
and then them. But I went over to the cities and shopped. I met Earl and his daughter over there and hung for a weekend and
Okay, but
talked to Chad. Talked to Chad every night.
What did Chad think of you going and staying in a hotel room with Earl? Chad didn't think anything of that? Really?
No.
I'm a married man myself. He's married. That would not fly with. I don't know any guy that would fly with that.
I guess
Would go stay. What would you have done if Chad had went and stayed with Earl's wife in a hotel room while you stayed home? Come on, let's be realistic here.
They said we went to the cities and we hung out. It was me and Earl, and I talked to Chad every night.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
FaceTimed it. Just have fun. We hung out. I got stuff from when we were there. I talked to the boys. We did different things.
So do you and Earl? It's more than just a friendship. There's definitely a romantic relationship there, right? Okay. So if I told you that we had some information from some of the apps on your phone that says differently, what would you say to that?
And we can say anything.
Huh?
We can talk back and forth. We've talked back and forth and said, I think he's, super nice person. He thinks that, I'm super beautiful and, I like hanging out with him. I miss him when he's not around. I don't have a whole lot of friends to hang out with. I don't go out. I don't hang out. I'm not big into the drinking scene. I'm not big into all that. So when we get together, we hang out. We, sit and talk. We do this and that. I do. As somebody, I like it. I can tell him. I love him. I love when he gets together. I love when he comes to town. We hang out. We do this. We do that. And, we go hang out. We spend time together. You do whatever. And, it's different things, things that, Chad won't do with me,
All right.
So
is it a romantic relationship? I guess that's what I'm asking
No.
you. Okay.
No, I do. I love Chad.
I don't doubt that at all. And part of the reason I'm in here is, like I had said, I saw the crime scene. We have all the evidence to kind of know what happened here. And a crime scene like that and what happened to Chad could have been done by someone that could be construed as a monster, or it could be someone that, if they had a reason for that, but it would need to be explained. Otherwise, it's going to look like it was done by someone who was a monster. And it was a fairly brutal scene. Chad, like he explained, had been shot, and then the house was on fire. I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Okay, what don't you understand?
I miss him at times.
I believe that. I have no doubts about that. But I'm going to be straight up with you. I believe that you know what happened, and I think it's in your best interest to just be honest with us about what you know. All right, so We can tell me about then what you did when you showed up around 10 after 1 in the morning, you and Earl.
Where?
At your house. Did I forget to tell you that when you tried
The forensic expert is harsher with Entzel than the detective has been. They have let her coast through the interview long enough, and now it is time to shake her up.
logging off of the camera system, it didn't actually log you off and put you in that privacy mode. It kept recording. Yeah, it did.
No.
So, yeah. So help me explain this. That's what I'm here to do, explain.
I went out.
You went out where?
Went out of the house. I wanted to get my meds.
Mm-hmm. But you said that you keep your meds in your purse.
I know, but I wanted my meds.
Okay.
I have a patch.
Uh-huh. Okay, so tell me what happened when you guys were out there. Because it was you and Earl. It's on video.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't find it. I had my extra patches in there.
Patches, just medication patches?
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't find my patches, so then it's called not going to go in the house and dig around. I usually have them out. So.
Mm-hmm. So you couldn't find them? So you left? Okay.
Because I have them, I always set them on a stand. There's that stand when you first come in where there's the crock pot.
Mm-hmm.
And so I left. I said, I can't find them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm not going to dig around.
So what happened when you guys were in the house? Because Chad was there at that point.
Chad was left drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find them and say hi and how much of anything. She was drinking and she left the stuff in the.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the only problem with that, Nikki, is you guys were there for an hour and 40 minutes.
No, I couldn't find my patches.
You didn't look for your patches for an hour and 40 minutes while Chad sat there drinking. Look at me, Nikki. You did not look for your patches or your medicine for an hour and 40 minutes while Chad sat there drinking. Did you?
I couldn't find my patches.
I understand that. I believe that.
Dinked around in the kitchen and
Doing what?
I put a little dishes in the dishwasher
Okay.
and then hit go.
Mm-hmm. And what was Earl doing during that time?
Talking to Chad and he asked if we were ready and I said, I'm ready.
And where was Chad at?
In the living room.
Okay. And Chad just sat there drinking and him and Earl just sat there and talked while you looked for your meds?
Not so
Right.
much of anything.
Okay. And what did you guys do for an hour and 40 minutes? Because you didn't look for your meds and it didn't take you an hour and 40 minutes to empty your dishwasher, load your dishwasher, and push go.
I was in the garage. I looked for my meds, couldn't find them. I dinked around with some stuff in the garage, went in the house, and he was up drinking
Mm-hmm.
whatever, small talk.
Did what?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I scraped stuff into from the crock pot into the trash can.
Yeah.
And loaded the dishwasher. I went to the pantry, figured out for some stuff in the pantry. Looked in the pull-out drawers for my meds, and I said, I'm leaving, I'm out. And we left. I can't find my meds.
Was Chad mad when you left? Why was Chad mad?
Because I didn't stay home.
Mm-hmm. And you were going to stay in a hotel with Earl, right?
Because I wasn't there.
Well, no, I'm not
Entzel makes a reversal to her story and says that Chad was upset that she was leaving, which is understandable since his wife was staying in a hotel room with another man. This is hardly a situation where he would sit and make small talk for almost 2 hours with a man who was staying with his wife.
Saying that anything with that, but I can about imagine if Chad was sitting there drinking, you show up at home with Earl, and then you're going to hang out there for an hour and 40 minutes and then go and leave and go back to a hotel room with Earl, that Chad's probably quite pissed, right? So what happened when you guys were there? Something happened. Yes.
Because I said I didn't want to stay because the friends didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And so we argued.
Mm-hmm.
And then we left.
What else happened there?
That was it. I went up to the car and we got
Right.
in. The ding with the garage opener because garage opener is never open, and then we left.
Did you maybe go out to the vehicle and Earl stayed inside for a little while?
I went to the vehicle, there's a ding with the garage opener, and then he put his boots on and came out and we left.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
Went to the hotel.
And then what?
And got up and went to work. Then went from there.
What time did you go to work?
I have to be there by 7:30, 8 o'clock.
So,
And we got up in the morning and ran and I'd run and get I ran and got something. I don't remember what I ran and got.
where'd you run and get something at?
I ran and got, I don't say I ran and got coffee.
So what do you, okay, alright.
Starbucks. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Starbucks.
Alright. Because then explain to me why at 6:32 there was someone back out there. You guys were back out there. And don't claim you don't know. Okay. Here's the thing. Are we about done lying?
I need my patches.
That's fine. And I understand that. But
I need my patches, so I snuck into the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to run in and grab my patches.
Mm-hmm.
And run right back out.
Mm-hmm.
And left.
So you ran in and grabbed your patches, and so now you can run back out there at 6:32 and be back out of the house in about 5 minutes, and you knew where your patches were. But that hour and 40 minutes that you guys were out there earlier,
They weren't in the bathroom. I ran into the bathroom. I can't find them. I finally got some from Dr. Lawson's office.
okay, but that has nothing to do with that. You're telling me that you spent an hour and 40 minutes out at the house or a couple hours earlier looking for your patches and couldn't find them, and then at 6:32 you go out there and just run in and grab them and you know where they're at.
Maybe I have them in the bathroom. We'll check the bathroom.
So for an hour and 40 minutes you didn't check the bathroom.
No, because we were arguing.
Mm-hmm.
Once you 6 me arguing with them,
Yeah. You know, I think that you feel bad about what happened. Here, look at me though. You feel bad about what happened, don't you?
Oh, what?
What's happened to Chad at this point?
It had nothing to do with what happened to Chad.
Right. Here's the deal on this. The longer time goes on, what you do know, it's not going to get any easier. It's going to keep building up and building up on you. You're not going to later on feel better about this. The only way you're going to have any closure to this at all is for you to be honest with us. And since I've been in here, you haven't been honest to me at all.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't. That's why I asked you guys. I don't know.
But then why do you keep lying to me?
All I was wanted to do was run out and grab my patches. Sorry, I have to. He's running home.
They are rapidly losing patience with Entzel. Her lies are completely falling apart. But even when faced with evidence, she doesn't confess.
Hello? And just a little bit, can you maybe see if you can go over there and get him? At Simone Middle School. Okay. Yes. Okay, bye. All right. Bye. Because when I go in there, I get sucked into arguing with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to argue with him. I just want to get in and out.
But that's not what happened. That's not at all what happened.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't.
No, well, here, what I'm saying is that's not what happened in...
I'm listening. I need to send my mom the address.
Okay, let's send your mom the address so that can get taken care of.
Where's the address for Simone Middle School?
Not off the top of my head, but we can look it up for you. He's going to pull it up on his phone.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't.
Mm-hmm. And you may not have seen exactly what happened to him.
I don't know what happened.
But I think you have a really good idea of what happened.
I don't know what happened.
But you have a really good idea what happened.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Because there's no reason at this point that you would be lying to me about all this other stuff. I mean, the only time you're even telling us you're out of that house is when I call bullshit on your story. Right?
Your Honor, I stopped it now because it's...
My brain is full of everything.
I believe it.
Happened.
I believe it. You have went through some things, and it sounds like...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, let's get that taken care of.
It's 1, 2,
Hold on, I'm sorry. What is it?
1, 2, 1, 5, North 19th Street.
I don't know what happened. You guys, I don't.
Well, I want to hear step
what
by step
happened.
what happened when you and Earl were out there for an hour and 40
We went
minutes.
out to the house. We got there. He was drinking. Him and Earl talked. You know,
And where were that when they were talking?
Chad was in his couch,
Okay.
whatever you want to call it,
Mhm.
his couch area. And he was drinking. Earl said hi, you know, they talked about whatever. And I was busy looking for my meds. I put the dishes in. So I did the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
We got into the argument. Me and Chester were arguing about the furnace.
About what?
The furnace.
Okay.
The furnace is a non-contention battle with us
It's been a problem for a while.
since we moved in.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, I'm not staying here if the furnace doesn't work. It's not happening. I can't do it. The kids can't do it. It's not fair to us. I said, I want nothing more than to be the place that has heat. It's freezing outside, everything else. Me and him were arguing. And finally I just said, that's it. Done. I'm leaving. I left.
Mm-hmm.
dinking around with the garage door opener and
Where were you at when you were dinking around with the garage door opener?
damn car.
In what?
Damn car.
In
the damn car.
in whose damn car?
My damn car, because
Okay.
the garage door
Right on.
didn't
Right.
work.
Uh-huh.
And so,
And where was Earl during this?
Bizarrely, Entzel tries to make a joke, but it falls flat given the situation.
his boots on to come out.
Huh?
His boots on to come out of the house.
Okay. Was he actually, or was he still in the house while you were out there?
I was out he was putting boots on.
Okay. And where was he putting boots on at?
We're in the entryway thing right there.
Okay.
And got in the car and left.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went back, I said, maybe my meds are in the bathroom. I said, I gotta look into Judy's bathroom. I started doing my makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I said, please run out with me. I said, I just want to check all my meds.
And where was Chad when you went out there?
I snuck in the house.
Okay, but where was Chad?
When the house was dark. I'm assuming you're still sleeping.
Okay.
I
And did Earl come in then too?
don't think they were in the house.
Think about that for a minute.
Trying to think through that. I think he came into the. I think he came in. I think he came in the entryway. I saw him stand right here. I think he came in the entryway. But I ran back and got the meds and there was no meds. So I said, we didn't stay. I wanted to look. I opened the doors. And he left.
Mm-hmm. Then where'd you go?
Back to the hotel. Because I was finishing my work. I need my patches. I have
Mhm.
high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And if I don't have my patches on, I'll get even sicker.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to work.
So what did you and Chad, or not you and Chad, what did you and Earl do from the time you got back to the hotel room the first time after being out there at your house, or not the first time, I suppose it would be the second time, when you guys were out there for about an hour and 40 minutes, and then you went back to the hotel? What did you guys do?
I went through, we didn't make sure I had my meds. My meds were important to me.
Mm-hmm.
I need to look for my meds.
Right.
So look for my meds.
And where were you looking for your meds in the hotel room?
In the laundry baskets.
Okay.
Because I carried stuff out in laundry
Right.
baskets.
Uh-huh.
And I was digging through the baskets, looking through the different stuff, and back to my purse.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta be in here. I gotta find my stuff.
Mm-hmm. So then tell me why, before you guys went out there that time to get your meds, why did you feel the need to go and try to tamper with the camera system?
I don't.
You logged on at 12:43 a.m. and were attempting to put the camera in like a privacy mode, which just didn't work. And then you showed up out there 15 minutes later.
Anybody can log into my cameras that have my stuff. They don't just have to be whatever. I mean,
But it wasn't just anyone, it was you.
I've opened
It
my
wasn't just
cameras.
anyone.
I've opened my cameras like before, and it's been open, and I've not known it's been open before. I don't do. Here's the other thing: if I go near my home with my watch and all that, my geofence goes off.
Right.
So
But so why were you in there trying to switch the camera mode?
I was like I said,
It was you, we know it was you.
if I was in it, I have my hand on the button and I'm not paying attention. I don't go in and dink around with the system a whole lot. I know I went into it the other day and tried to update my geofence from where we lived to where we're living now.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't work. It kept defaulting back to other stuff, and I've tried to go in and change my stuff before, because when I go to school or pick 2 days from school, it beeps at me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I said, I gotta change it. We don't even live there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I went in, and when I changed geofence stuff, it flashes off the camera mode. When I've changed geofence, camera mode changes. That I do know, because I've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
Entzel tries to come up with a convoluted story about how anyone can access her cameras, but she is met with a high degree of skepticism.
After we were out there, then I can't do my patches.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did get more patches. I got more patches from the doctor's
Right.
office.
Okay.
It's, you know, and like I said, then
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's just recap a little bit. So you guys went out there about 1:10 a.m.
Mhm.
Or let's go back. So first, you go on the cameras, you try to put them in privacy mode, but it doesn't work. Then you show
I
up.
tried to update my geofence.
Okay, then you show up at 1:10, and you're there for an hour and 40 minutes. You leave around 3 o'clock, 2:56 to be exact. All right. 6:32, you show up back out at the house, you and Earl. 6:38, you and Earl leave. Activity throughout the day. Then, at about 10:55, that evening, then, you guys are back out at the house again.
I don't remember being back at the house.
Or was Earl back out at the house without you?
I don't remember being back at the house.
Alright, so was Earl at the house without you? Possible?
Possible. I don't remember being at the
Mhm.
house.
So Earl went out there by himself. What would Earl have went back out to that house by himself? And why would Earl have went back out to that house by himself without telling you?
He asks if Howard could have gone alone, and she said is possible.
I don't know.
So where were you at then?
I would. For the most part, I'm not up that late. I've been.
Sure, you're up that late because the night before you didn't even go to bed.
If I've been working, my brain's usually pretty much taxed out, and
Right, and you would have been working that day and then you were up all night. You were running around at 2:30 in the morning yet. And then you went back to the hotel for a couple hours and then you were back out again. So,
I don't know. I wouldn't have been back out at the house.
so Earl was back out at the house. So what was Earl doing? Alright, so we'll establish then that you weren't out there. So what was Earl doing back out at the house?
I don't know. I would have been back out at the house.
So Earl was back out at the house. So why was Earl back out at the house? Come on, he would have told you.
I don't know.
Earl was not going to leave and go out to your house and not mention it to you.
I don't
So
know
what did Earl tell
I don't
you?
know what he would have ran to the house for.
What did Earl tell you?
He was going out and check and see if Chad was home.
Okay. So he did tell you.
Because I wanted to get some more stuff out.
Okay, so why didn't you go with him?
I was going to see if he was still home.
And then what happened?
Yes, Chuck was there.
Okay.
He left.
You guys left then? So you were with him?
No, he left.
Because you just said we left.
He left.
Okay,
We
which
were-
is it? We or he?
He.
Okay. We gotta get our story straight here.
He. I want to get more stuff out.
Nikki, I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you in any way. But people who lie to me, I feel that's being disrespectful to me. If you want me to treat you with that respect, you're going to start treating me with that respect. And your continuous lying isn't working. And I think overall, you are a decent person. I think you're a good person. You've raised 2 sons.
I don't
You
know.
you have a good job.
I was planning on leaving.
Yes. And where were you going?
I was planning on moving
To where?
away to Texas.
Okay. Where at in Texas?
I was at Austin.
Okay. Did you have a job down there?
Potentially, yes. I have
Something in the
interviews.
works?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
All right.
go.
You have job interviews, or you did?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I've had a couple over the phone.
Okay. So when was that supposed to happen?
The 13th.
13?
Mhm.
Okay. And just, you're moving to Texas?
Was.
Okay. Nobody else?
No.
Okay. So Earl wasn't moving to Texas with you?
No.
Was there?
What Entzel is leaving out is that she planned to move there with Howard once she had collected the insurance money on her husband.
Any talk of Earl moving to Texas with you? Nothing at all. So there's no text messages to a realtor or anything like that.
He would eventually like to move home. He's
Right.
from there, but
That's not what I'm talking about, what Earl's plans are later on in life. So there's no text messages regarding you and Earl looking at houses down there.
please come down look at him with me. Yeah, I mean, I want someone to help me look at a house. I don't want to do it alone. I mean, I want someone to help me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, we talked about going down and looking at homes with me. I don't want to look alone. I mean,
Okay.
I
Well, that clears that up a little bit
don't want
for
to go
us,
down.
okay?
I don't want to go down and look at homes alone.
Mhm.
You know, and
Did Chad know you were leaving?
I told him before I was going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So let's again go back through some of this again, because a lot of it's still not making sense to me, and honestly, the reason some of it's not making sense is because you keep lying to me. Almost everything I've asked you about the events, you've lied about. So, so we're gonna start though. I just want to kind of go back a little bit, and so this would be the 31st at about 10:54 when you and Earl went back out there. It would have been the last time that we were just talking about. So tell me about that again. Why you guys were out there?
I want to get more of this stuff.
Okay. And Chad was home.
The pickup was there.
Pickup was home. Where was Chad?
I don't know. The pickup was home.
Okay. So you didn't see him when you went inside to get your stuff?
I didn't go in the house.
Okay, you didn't. Just Earl went in the house?
10:54.
Yeah. So Earl was the only one who went in the house that time.
I didn't go in the house.
Okay, that's not what I asked you. Don't answer questions that I didn't ask you. I asked you if, so Earl went in, is the only one that went in the house. You didn't go in the house with Earl.
Yes.
Okay. So what did Earl do when he was in the house?
He was going to go and grab some of my stuff.
He went in and grabbed more of your stuff? What stuff did he grab?
I wanted more of my stuff.
Mm-hmm. And you just waited out in the vehicle? Okay. Which is different than what you just told me a minute ago, because a minute ago when we were talking, you said that you didn't go with.
The last time I was at the house was in the morning. I went to the house in the morning. That was the last time I was
Right,
there.
I'm talking about at 10:55 that night then.
I didn't go out to the house.
You just told me you did.
No, I did not. I went out in the morning.
Right.
And I wanted to go in and grab my patches.
Mm-hmm. But you just told me right now that you and Earl went back out there and Earl was the only one who went in.
I did not go out
Then, but Earl did. Okay. And what did Earl bring back with him?
there. I had wrapping paper.
Wrapping paper? So Earl went out there and grabbed wrapping paper
And Christopher's backpack.
and more what?
Christopher's backpack.
Christopher's backpack? Okay. I'm sorry, who's Christopher?
Tree.
Okay. All right. I know you referred to him as that, but okay. And what did Earl tell you when you got back?
I had Tree's backpack.
Okay. And so what did you guys do before that? Before Earl went out to your house and got the backpack, what were you guys doing before that?
I don't know. We ran to the store.
What store?
To the Walmart, maybe.
Which Walmart?
We went to the Walmart that's by Stevens,
Okay. The North Walmart.
whatever it's called.
Yeah. That's what I refer to it at. The one up on the skyline.
Entzel is speaking in a monotone murmur, answering as little as possible as she desperately tries to come up with something that can pass for the truth. At every turn, she is blocked by the specialist.
Okay. And before that, what did you guys do?
Hotel probably.
What did you guys do at the hotel?
Probably talk to the kids.
Okay. The kids were at Grandma's house, right? Okay. And before talking to the kids, what did you guys do? You were at work?
I worked.
Okay.
Until 5.
Okay. Did you stay at work all day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what about before that?
So
Before work, what did you do?
slept, got ready,
Okay. And what time did
made
you
breakfast.
Okay. What did you make for breakfast?
Probably breakfast ribs.
Okay. All right. And so you slept, and how long did you think you slept?
I don't know, usually about 5.
Mm-hmm. So you got up around 5 and ate breakfast and then went to work. Okay. What about the trip out to the house at 6:30?
Or do I have to the house?
Okay. But that's what I asked you. I asked you what you did, and you just skipped all that. So you guys were out at the house, and what were you doing out at the house that time? Okay. And where'd you look for your med patches that time when you were out there?
I did the bathroom, just 2 days bathroom.
Okay. Which one is that? I'm sorry. Is it? Okay, the first bathroom. Okay. And where was Chad?
I worked in the fire.
And where was Earl?
Same.
Okay. And you didn't wake Chad up?
No.
Okay. And then, because where were you before you went to the hotel, or out to your house that morning? Okay. And you guys ate breakfast burritos and slept? How much did you think you slept?
3-4 hours.
Okay. And before you went to sleep, where were you?
At the house,
Out at the house what?
arguing.
Arguing? Okay. And where was Earl during all of this?
In the house.
Okay. So when we talk to Chad's boss, he's going to say that you've called Chad in sick before.
I went there because he hasn't been there very long.
Okay, where was Chad working before that?
Texas Bismarck.
Trucks of Bismarck?
Mhm.
And who was his boss there?
Joe.
Joe who?
I don't know this one's name.
Okay.
Joe.
Joe. You just asked for Joe. And he'll tell us
And
that.
parts.
Joe and parts.
Mhm.
Okay, so he'll tell us that
I've coached him before.
when. Okay. Did Chad miss a lot of work?
He went through periods where he did. Because of
Mm-hmm.
his allergies.
Mm-hmm.
and being good, so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So you still haven't answered my question that I asked you earlier, though, and we kind of just glossed over it. But so, in your opinion, what happened here? I mean, what happened to Chad? Okay. Uh-huh. But you sure would like us to figure it out, right? Or you didn't seem so sure about that.
Oh, that's what I told him.
Okay.
When the specialist pushes her about what happened, Entzel falls back once again on her crying routine. It hasn't worked so far, so it is hard to understand why she bothers.
So if you were in our shoes, what would you do? Figure it out? How am I supposed to do that?
Coming up is a string of denials by Entzel, who is starting to panic.
Do you want to help us figure this out?
I don't know what happened.
Okay. But you have a good idea what happened.
No, I don't.
And you have, I think, a decent idea who do you think did it to? And don't tell me I don't know. That's not an acceptable
I
answer.
don't know.
If in your best guess, who do you think did it?
I don't know who did it. I honestly don't know who did this. I don't know who do this. This is,
Mm-hmm.
I don't, it's like, I don't know the people he runs with. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think happened to him?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. As I told you, I don't know.
mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Have you asked?
I asked you.
You didn't ask me
I asked
anything.
him. I don't know.
So what, as an investigator, should I think when this happened? You and Earl are back and forth from that house, and then when I question you on it, you lie to me. If you were in my shoes, what would you think? If you were sitting here and I was sitting there and you were questioning me about it, and everything I did was perfectly innocent, but I sat there and lied the whole time, what would you think?
I don't remember all the times I was on
That's, again, you're not answering my questions. What would you think?
I'd be upset.
But what would you think?
I don't know what you would think.
I would think that you know more than you're telling us.
I don't know what happened.
And I'm getting to the point where I'm struggling to not think that maybe you were the one who did it.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm. But tell me what you do know about it. Because you do know something about it. You do.
I don't know what happened.
I know you don't know what happened because I don't believe you were standing there when it did happen. But you do know
I don't know what happened.
I know you keep saying that. You don't know what happened.
I don't know. I can't answer anything I don't know. I don't know what happened. That's why I asked you guys. I don't honestly know what happened. I don't know.
Should I tell you what I think happened? Do you want to know what I think happened?
Tell me.
I think that you and Earl went out there, that Chad was probably drinking, being an asshole. You've got this history of being abused by Chad. I don't know, did Did he assault you that night, or was he threatening to? Was he threatening to assault Earl?
No.
Because I can about imagine how a drunk guy who likes to fight and hit someone when they're drunk is going to handle his wife walking in with another guy that she's then going to go stay at the hotel with. I can about imagine how that's going to go. And that's about how it went, didn't it? I mean, I'm sure that did not go well at all, did it?
We argued about the furnace. I don't know.
And I'm sure Chad was just ecstatic about the idea of you going and staying in a hotel room with another guy, wasn't he?
Saying we were arguing about the furnace, and I told him I didn't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was hollering about not wanting me to be there.
Okay. So, what I think happened is that something happened, and I'm not going to get into something happened at that time, and whether you stepped out in the garage, stayed out in the kitchen, something happened in that house that led to Chad dying. Do I think you were probably standing there? No.
I don't know.
But I think that you were there. You were on that property at the time when it happened.
I don't know what happened at all.
The specialist pushes harder, saying that he knows that Entzel knows what happened. Even if she didn't kill Chad herself, she knows how he died.
I don't know
Mm-hmm.
at all what happened.
What if I told you that the second time when you went out there with Earl in the morning and you guys were in the house, that we believe that Chad was probably already deceased at that time? And that the third time when you said, well, this is still up for debate because you've changed your story a few times, when you and Earl were out there that next evening at 10:55 or whatever, Chad was also deceased at that time.
I don't know what happened.
So I think you have a little explaining to do as to, we believe you were in that house twice after Chad was deceased.
No.
That's
I
not
don't
true?
know.
Or,
I don't know what happened.
okay, that's not what I asked you. So are you telling me that's not true?
Not true.
So Chad was alive when you were in the house the last two times.
When I went in that morning, he stood there. I snuck in and out.
Okay,
Okay, here, let me ask you a question.
please.
Why would I go back to somebody's room, or why would I wake somebody that's always in a foul mood that I'm trying to get out and get away from?
Why would you go out there at 1 in the morning when he's been drinking and stay there for an hour and 40 minutes?
I need those patches.
Just like you needed the patches at
I need
6:30.
those patches.
Yes, I believe that.
I get so violently sick.
Okay. I'm not disputing that with you. That's one part of your whole statement that you made to me that I actually don't think you're lying on.
We left. Got in a vehicle
Uh-huh.
and left. He was mad.
And then you guys go back out there that night then.
No, we went out, we got my stuff.
Okay?
Went back out.
In the morning, right?
We got into argument.
So you got no morning in your argument that morning then?
Well, whatever time that was, in the AM.
Okay.
And that argument.
Uh-huh. Yep, so you went out there, got some stuff while Chad was bowling, right?
Right.
Then you went back out there in the early morning hours, like 10 after 1. And again, we're looking at it, and you had been on the camera system, switching it to privacy mode, which just didn't, for some reason, did not work. I don't know why it didn't work. It didn't work. And then you guys show up out there. You're there for an hour and 40 minutes. Right?
I was arguing with him.
I know, you said that.
I got mad.
Then you come back 3 hours later,
I need those patches.
I get that. I know that.
I went in, I get the patches, we were in and out of places.
It doesn't make any sense to me that you were there for an hour and 40 minutes and couldn't figure out where those patches were, but then you can go out at 6:30 in the morning when you have had no sleep at all
If somebody's arguing
and
with
had no
somebody, if somebody's
epiphany and
arguing,
just knew where they were.
if somebody's, they weren't there.
Okay.
They weren't there.
I mean, but this house also isn't that big that in an hour and 40 minutes, if you needed these patches so badly, you would have looked for
But
them
when you
in
don't-
all these
But
rooms.
when you don't look for them and you stop and you just start arguing with somebody, and that's all you're gonna do is argue with them? Because that's, okay, so if I'm married to you, and we're in an argument, and you're trying to look for something, and you're gonna start arguing with somebody, are you gonna keep looking for something, or are you gonna stop and focus and argue with them?
Well, if I need some medication, that's the sole purpose that I'm there, and I'm going to get violently ill if I don't, I'm probably going to put some priority on that medication. If that's the whole purpose of me being
And
there.
I'm opening the kitchen drawer, tower, and I'm
Uh-huh.
arguing at the same time. I'm ruffling through the stuff, and I'm trying to look for the stuff, and I'm opening the stuff, and I am arguing with them.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I'm just, we stop, you actually argue two-faced, and said, done, left.
Mm-hmm.
Left.
Entzel tries to explain why it took so long to find her patches, but there's no way that her version of events is in any way plausible.
Done. I'm not staying here. The furnace doesn't work. I'm done. Left. And then here I said to her, what was we doing? I said, I want to look one more time in the bathroom. No patches. I said, can we do this bathroom? Ran in, came in, my big pants still on. And then I got the patches right there. And left. And we came back to the hotel. I got ready for work. And that's what happened.
Mm-hmm. And then you guys went back out there again that night at 11 o'clock.
I tried to get to his backpack.
Okay.
I need to his backpack. I'm trying to grab what I can grab so I
Uh-huh.
can get out.
So what did you grab when you were in there then at 11 o'clock at night when you were getting the backpack?
I told the guy was to his backpack.
Okay, that was it? Okay.
I told the guy was to his backpack.
And do you notice anything unusual about the house or anything like that? No or yes? Huh? No? Okay. And where did you grab the backpack from?
He's in the garage.
Okay.
That's where he was sleeping.
Okay, you just set it in the garage? Okay. And where was Chad?
I just went in the garage and that's it.
Okay, you just went in the garage?
That's it.
And where did Earl go? Earl went in the house though.
I don't know what the house. They said he had the boots.
He got what?
He had boots.
From where?
In the closet right there.
Why was it Earl grabbing the boots?
Or something to my feet.
Okay. And then what did you guys do there? You were there for almost 10 minutes, so to go in there for 10 minutes to grab a backpack and a pair of boots right in the closet right there doesn't take 10 minutes.
I got
Okay, so where do you get the boots from?
these.
Oh, no, that's fine. I get it.
These.
But,
And I got my black boots.
okay, and where were they all at?
Right in the closet.
Which closet?
And,
Okay, that doesn't take 10 minutes. You could grab 5 pairs of boots and a backpack and it wouldn't have taken 10 minutes.
that was the boots and that.
Okay. And what else did Earl do in that house then?
So we have boots and the backpack.
Okay, and what else? Because there's more that happened in the house then. Because the timeline doesn't match up.
Yeah, boots and the backpack. That's
Mhm.
all I got. That's all. And then we left. Oh, I got wrapping paper.
And where was the wrapping paper at?
Right on the corner.
Okay. Like in the garage or in the house?
In the house.
Okay.
And that's it. Wasn't Blueberry, it was in the house.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And who grabbed the wrapping paper?
Probably.
Okay. But you grabbed the backpack? Okay.
Nikki, I mean, I thought you were honest with me. I thought that's what we were doing here. I mean, I've trusted you this whole time.
I'll be right back.
And
I don't know what happened.
okay, but Nikki, why were you so dishonest with me about this? I trusted you.
Potentially ran. I forgot about bringing back out there. Do you know how full my brain is?
I know, but I asked you those things. I asked you that. You weren't honest with me. Why?
I forgot about the time she was going back out there. I said, I
But
don't
that's a
remember all the
big
times
thing,
she
Nikki.
went
That's
back out there.
not forgetting. That's lying to me. You lied to me.
I'm sorry. So we went back out there.
Nikki, you're not a bad person. I don't believe it. Okay? I don't know. You know, obviously, you weren't being honest to me. You weren't. You've been lying. I've been watching you lie to him the whole time. He's disproved everything you've said. You're not a bad person. I get that. But we gotta know the truth. You
I
gotta
don't
start
know.
telling. No,
I don't
Nikki,
know what
stop,
happened.
Nikki. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying.
Okay.
The I don't knows and that you keep when we keep going, we find the truth. The truth is here. We have the truth.
I honestly don't know what happened.
We need to hear it from you.
I honestly don't know what happened.
But there's got to be more, Nikki, because there's more. You've been lying to me the whole time, Nikki. You have. You admit it.
No, we got.
That's not true, Nikki. Those stories that you told me, that's not everything is matching up. You told me that Earl and you were only at the house that one time. You're not being honest with me on that. And that's what I'm at. I'm wanting from you to help. I gotta know what happened. Because like you said, you're not a monster. Right?
Right.
And this whole situation can maybe be explained. But you gotta be honest. You know, and like I said, we keep going around this and you keep lying about it. That doesn't, how does that look, how do you think we look at you at that when you keep lying about this and we know that Chad was killed? You gotta tell us an explanation for
I
it.
don't know what happened. Honestly, Aaron, I don't.
Nikki, I think you know enough to tell me what happened that night.
I don't know what happened.
I think you know enough to tell me what happened during that hour and 40 minutes.
We went out there and I argued with him.
But then what? Something more happened that night.
And we got in the vehicle and
Nikki, that's not true. We know that off of the information that we've gathered. We have all kinds of things. Like I said, you've got to stop telling lies.
I don't know what happened.
What happened?
I don't know.
Nikki, you do.
I don't.
Nikki, something happened that night in that hour and 40 minutes. And it's not just an arguing. You weren't loading the dishwasher. That might have happened. But something else happened.
I don't know.
Nikki, something else happened, and we know it. And I want to know from your point of view, your explanation. Because when we have everything in there and together, that paints its own picture. That's how it's going to come out. And when that happens, I can't change that path. Right? Once something is said and once it gets out, that's what everybody's going to think happened. But now is your chance to tell in your words what happened. And I can explain to the world what happened. And it may, like I said, the more you lie, the more it makes you look like this monster about what happened that night. But I need to hear from you.
Okay.
I need to hear from you tell me what went down that night.
Okay. really out there. And the other time, I told him anytime.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be out here anymore. There's no heat. I'm done. I don't want to do it. You know what? I'm done with all of it. It's done. It's done. I'm not doing it. This is just stupid. I said, I don't want to do it. I said, do you understand me?
Yeah.
And he goes, if you talk to me, my world's fucking over. Do you fucking understand me? He goes, if you leave, I'm gonna fucking hunt you down. And I said, no, you're not. He goes, you're not fucking leaving me. I said, I am. It's done. It's over. No fucking names. No that. They don't have no fucking names no more. Then I can't say more freaking names. Then fucking names are behind me. You guys.
Entzel describes the fight she supposedly had with Chad, and, as expected, she starts crying once again.
For these freaking games. I've been raped and everything. And I told him, I'm done. Not doing it anymore. I said, we listened to me today. I was like, I don't care if the fuck happens. I said, do whatever the fuck you want anymore. I don't care. Not hiding it. So I told the doctor, the doctor knows you're abusing me. I told my brother, my nephew, you're abusing me. I told people. You guys are fucking trying. I said, whatever. Do whatever. And I don't care. He got up. He came at me. I sat up. He went to sit down and stay put for me. I don't really this fucking house. You guys got into my phone. I know you did. You see from my arms to my body it looks like.
What happened? There was a fight.
No, there was no fight. None. No fight. I was not into fighting.
I know you're not. But obviously Chad was. And he came at you.
And I said something.
Where was Earl?
He was standing back in the kitchen.
And what did Earl do?
He told him, he said, let's go now. So we got us up. And Chad and I kept arguing. Chad said, he goes, I'm gonna fucking end it all. So I'm just fucking done. So I don't care. I don't care.
Nikki, this wasn't a suicide. We know that. This was not a suicide. I was telling you, you need to be honest with me because I need to know your side of the story, your what happened that night. Because like I said, once it's out and how it looks can't be changed. But if I can hear from you what happened that night, it's more explainable. It's explainable. It can even be sometimes understandable. What would push someone to that limit? But I know more happened at that point. I know it. I know you. I've gotten to know you. Something else happened. What happened, Nikki?
There was somebody else in the house.
Somebody what?
Somebody else in the house.
Who else was in the house?
I don't know the name. Other person.
Why haven't you told me that?
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
There was somebody else in the house.
Was it a male or a female?
Male. Not big. Don't know who. I don't know who somebody is. I've never seen him before. He stepped in.
And what happened?
They were arguing in shack work. You were in the back bedroom. That's what I was believing. But I don't know who this other person is. I've only seen one other time in chat. I said, what do you mean? The other person came up from downstairs. And they were in. I don't know who the other person is. I've seen him once before.
What did he look like?
Can you stand up once, please? I'm sorry.
No problem.
Taller.
Taller than him?
Stand up. Not that tall.
So in between them.
So,
Here.
okay.
I don't know
Okay.
his name. We called Chad Honey.
He called Chad Hun? Hun?
He was on stop.
I don't know what that means. Hun stop?
Hun, stop.
He called him Hun?
Hun, stop.
Okay.
Like how someone calls someone honey, but
And
short.
Hun, stop.
Okay.
Okay.
And I looked at it. What does this mean? Chad, what do you think it means? I said, And at that point, that Steve was laying on the chair already.
What sleep?
I showed you.
Oh, no.
The gun chair. The gun sleeve.
Oh, okay.
The gun sleeve was laying on the chair already.
What did he look like?
I would say mid-40s. Spiked hair. Spiky hair. No glasses. Very nice teeth. Super nice teeth. He smelled like crown. That would explain why.
Why, what?
My sister went before the downstairs towards been open. I don't know.
Nikki, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. Obviously, I mean, why did you never tell me this before? That would have told me so much more. So that's why I don't understand why now.
The one in my house could be
There is, I understand dignity, but there's nothing dignity about what happened to Chad.
sorry.
But that's what I want you to have dignity too.
I'm sorry.
It's okay,
I don't know
okay,
who this is.
okay.
I've seen him before with
But-
the chair.
But if he's so angry that you're leaving, why is he calling him Hun? If he's in love with you and he doesn't want you to leave, and he has another a lover there, a boyfriend or whatever this guy is,
This one you
why
asked
does
me
he?
before if he's had a girlfriend. I said no. I don't know. But I've heard rumors and
What have you heard?
He's seen somebody else.
Do you have any idea like what he would be involved in as far as that?
I know Chad's with gambling.
Chad, deep in debt with gambling. What?
Gambling.
That was another thing. Why didn't you tell me that?
I don't know where no gambles at. But I know he's been gambling.
Nikki, this isn't making sense to me. How would he know this guy? How would you not mention that he was there?
I've seen him there before.
Where?
At the races.
At the races. You don't know his name at all.
No, but I can describe him. He came up to Chad's waist shower. And Chad goes, "What are you doing here?" And I don't know. I've seen him before.
I can't wrap my head around it, Nikki. I want you to be honest with me. I want you to tell me so I can understand. But I can't get my head around this, that all of a sudden you tell me there's this new guy. That doesn't make sense to me, why you didn't tell me this before. And why is Chad angry at you for leaving if he has someone there that's calling him hun? Another man in front of other people. That's an intimate relationship. That's close. Why does he care where you go if he has this intimate relationship with someone?
The story that Entzel is spinning is completely wild. All of a sudden, there's a lover and problems with gambling, both things that should have come up immediately, or at least when the detective asked if there was anyone who had a reason to harm Chad. It's all complete fabrication, and it is going to do nothing but damage her when she goes to trial.
Because he told me before when we first got together, his family thinks we're not a picture perfect family. I am and offer more to him than what his ex-wife did. I have the kids. I make the bishop look perfect.
What do you need to ask us?
I want to talk.
Take the call here. Okay.
I need my first wife in here.
Okay.
I want to talk. But I need to raise when I'm not talking.
I think it's in your best interest right now to talk, right? And I don't think at this point you're in a position to bargain with us, are you?
No.
Okay. So I think you need to do what's in your best interest, and what's in your best interest right now is not trying to bargain with us. I think at this point we have tried so hard with you, we've tried to help you as much as we can, and at this point, you know what? You don't want to play ball or you don't.
Okay, I'm ready for that.
Okay. So, tell me, what it is you want to say.
I don't know what happened. I sat in the car.
Tell me about this. When was this?
When I got there, we had an argument.
So that was like 1:10 in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
We had an argument. I went back out. We got in the car. I got in the car. I was like, "Hey, come out." So go in the car.
Who's he?
So,
Okay.
so go in the car. So we did.
So you got in. Where were you at when you got in an argument? Okay. And where was it all? Okay. And so you got in an argument and then you walked out? Am I understanding right? Okay.
We came out. We left.
How long were you in the car waiting for Earl?
And 15 when he got back into the house. I was running into the drawers
And where was Earl?
in the kitchen. He was just waiting for me
Okay.
in the kitchen. So I said, I can't find anything. He said, okay, you're ready to go into bed. I never went any further in the house than that. I don't know.
This is all the same shit you told us earlier. Mine is just the fact that you went out to the car before Earl did. It's all the exact same shit.
I don't know.
He told you, Nikki. He told you what happened in there. Now's your time to tell us.
Because,
They argued.
you know what? Earl would not have let you go back into that house and not have told you.
No.
Because what if you went to the back bedroom? Went back to the master bedroom, and Earl's just standing in the kitchen going, huh? No.
They argued.
And then what? They argued and then what?
In the back bedroom.
Okay.
So that was Earl and Chad, not this mystery guy.
Then what?
I went out into the car and I waited.
Okay.
And well, they went, I said, let's go now.
Why?
Entzel has recanted her story earlier and is now saying that Howard was arguing with her husband, but that she doesn't know what happened. Given her track record, it comes as no surprise that they don't believe this version either.
You asked what happened.
I said, what happened?
And what did Earl say?
It's not alive.
Earl said he's not alive. And then
He
what?
goes, he might not be alive, I don't know for sure. I said, what?
And then what did Earl tell you?
He goes, we argued in the back bedroom. They were arguing with the gun. Back and forth. He said the gun went off.
And what happened when the gun went off?
I didn't hear it go off.
Okay. But what did Earl say happened when the gun went off?
And then it went off. And he hit Chad.
Then what happened?
We ripped him out. We left.
And what happened after that? What did Earl think why you had to go back to that house?
I said I have to go back and get my bags.
Right, then you said that when he, or
We
the next
went back
morning.
the next morning. I said, I need my bags. We went back to the hotel.
Okay, so here's my question for you regarding that. So Chad's your husband, right? So Earl comes out and says that he shot, or that Chad got shot in the house, and he might not be. It never occurred to you to want to go check on him?
I said, what? What do you mean? He goes, I don't know if I did him or not. He was or how bad he is. He goes, so back to the hotel. Okay.
You didn't want to go check on Chad?
I said, I'm gonna go right in. He goes, go back to the hotel. Okay. I was in shock. I didn't know what to think.
Who came back to set the fire?
Mhm.
How did he do it?
I don't know.
You were with him?
I don't know in the car.
What did you see him doing?
He went in the house. That's all I saw him
Did he bring anything with him?
Did he tell you he was going to set a fire?
do. He just went in the house.
No, you didn't. You did not go back to that house just for no reason. He had to have told you, said what was going to happen. Nikki, we're at this point already. Why? Tell me what Earl said. Why was he doing this?
And you being his wife, I don't believe that you, oh, I'll just sit in the car and wait. I'm not going to go check on Chad yet. So it's now been 5 hours since he's been shot, and you don't think at some point you would want to go check on him? Unless you already knew what his condition was.
I never seen he was.
Why not?
I was like, he was not alive anymore.
Earl said he wasn't alive anymore? How did Earl know?
We were in the house.
The second time? And then what did Earl do? Nikki, what did Earl do?
The cooking here was whatever he put in the back bedroom. When they were arguing. That was early in.
Okay.
And he said, I want to go back in the house. He was, oh, check. He was cooking here. He was to go over and set a fire.
He said he tipped it over, or that it did tip over.
He said that if it took over and set a fire. He said, no, as soon as there's a cooking here in the house, you can't be going in the house. It's dangerous.
Nikki, that's all after the fact though, but he came back to start that fire.
Entzel is barely speaking, and even the two detectives are straining to make out her words. Her story is as weak as her voice. It is clear she is trying to minimize her own involvement.
Who planned that part? Was that you or was that Earl?
No.
You didn't plan to come and set the house on fire.
No.
Earl did. How is he going to set that house on fire? Nick, you've already told me. Just come, free yourself.
What's going to happen to you?
We'll talk about that afterwards, but I got to know what the full story is too. Right now you're still, we're having to cut this up every second. What did Earl come back to do with the propane tank?
Took it. Because it was too over.
For what reason?
So he was scared.
You said he was scared. Okay.
Because we argued.
Okay, I got that. Let's,
Then,
did he tell you anything else about the fire?
no, I said he was going to tip it over. And set the house on fire.
Okay.
And that's all I know.
So did you guys come back to check? Did Earl want to come back to check if that house had burnt down? When was that?
I want to say it was later that night. At 10x. Yeah, we were out that morning. He was out. I want to say it was later that night.
Okay. And what did he say when that house hadn't burnt down yet?
So he just went out to check the house.
Okay, and when it wasn't burnt down, what did he say? I know what I would think. What did he say?
He said the house was hot.
So he went into the house.
He said he couldn't go in the house. So it was too hot.
So okay, so that happened. You guys came back to the house. Earl went in, moved the propane tank so that it would start the house on fire. And then you guys came back again and checked, and the house still hadn't burned down.
I didn't come back.
You didn't go back at that time? Okay. And the house still hadn't burned down.
That's what he said. It wasn't.
Okay. Did he say, did he go back in?
No, he said he didn't go back.
Why?
He just said he didn't go back in. That's all he said. He said the house was hot. And they told me
What did he tell you about the fight?
that they were arguing. They were arguing about him always beating on me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that it was continuous. And he just wanted him to stop beating on me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we argued about too, was him stop beating on me.
Right.
And he just needed to stop. And Chad was arguing that he was drunk and wasn't making any sense.
Okay.
And he said that Chad had the gun. And he had shells right there. So they were laying there on the bed.
Okay.
And he said that they picked it up. And they were arguing about the gun. Back and forth. And he said it went off. He said he didn't know the gun was off. He said he said it.
What did Earl say about how many times it went off?
He didn't say how many times it went off. But I didn't hear anything in the car. I had the register open and the car was running.
So why didn't you go back in and check on him?
When he told me that, I didn't even know what to think. I was in complete shock. Still from fighting with him.
With all you had been through, were you kind of relieved that Chad was gone?
Kind of. I like I lost the first house.
Yeah.
He's behind me so much, you guys.
I know.
You've seen the pictures.
I've seen the pictures.
I'm trying to get away.
I know, Nikki. That's all I wanted was the truth. Like I
I'm trying to
said,
get away.
I just wanted you to tell me what happened.
I'm trying to get away. And the last time I tried to get away, he broke my ribs. And he didn't anymore. My arms aren't even all the way from up.
So you were in the house arguing with Chad.
Yes.
Did you ever go back in that house?
Now that Entzel is at least partially telling the truth, the events are finally lining up with what the police already know happened. Still, she has enough self-preservation to make Howard carry most of the guilt.
Until you went back in with him? Okay. But we know that Earl went back twice. At least twice, right? So what did you guys do in the meantime? So you get back to the hotel and Earl, because Earl had already told you that he shot Chad and Chad might not be alive.
I cried.
Okay, so when Earl shot Chad, did he tip the propane heater over then? Or was it when he went back the next morning? I was a little confused on that.
I went back.
When he went back. So the house was not lit on fire when he shot Chad. That was only when he went back another time. So what did you guys do that night then? So you get home and there's about a 3-4 hour gap from when you get back to the hotel till when you guys go back out there. You cry. What else?
I said I cried. And I said I don't know. I said I don't know. I said it's nuts.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nikki, whose idea was it to call in Chad on Tuesday morning?
When we argued, he told me I was supposed to call him.
Right, but it doesn't just happen though. Chad's not going to go to work. Whose idea was that? The Tuesday. I know, but why would, if Chad is dead and you know that, why would you still call him then? Whose idea was that?
I'm scared. It's so many places in my head.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so you weren't trying to take time to figure anything out?
No. As a victim, I'm scared.
What about then on the 2nd when his co-workers are out at the house and they call you and say, hey, he didn't show up for work, and you just basically tell them, I'm busy at work right now, I'll check on it later. What was going through your mind at that point? Because you knew exactly why Chad wasn't.
I'd been really classified of anything. Already.
Did you talk with Earl when they started calling from work?
No, because I've been crazy busy.
Nikki,
And then
your husband just died in a really weird, crazy circumstance that just snowballed out of control. You can't tell me that you weren't thinking of that. That had to be every second of your life from the time it happened.
I talked to him, obviously, yes, I talked to him.
Okay, what did you guys talk about?
I told my son, this is nuts. I said, I just don't really understand because it's just going to be crazy. I said, all I ever wanted him to do was stop drinking.
Right.
Be nice to me.
Right.
That's all I ever wanted.
What did Earl say to do? What did you guys talk about? What did you guys think to do? This is that part where I'm trying to understand.
I said to myself, I don't know. I said, I don't know. I said, Sergeant, there's some wasted. I said, and everybody was being so mean to me about my phone and everything.
Yeah.
And I said, I just want to understand. I said, he's so nice to me. I said, I just want to go talk to him.
Right.
And every time I tried calling you, you never called me back. And I called so many times. I called. I wanted to talk to you earlier.
And Nikki, that's why we're talking now.
And I called.
Okay, and that's why we're talking now, okay?
And I called.
We can get past that point, okay? That's your conscience telling you to do the right thing, okay? That's the mother in you of 2 children telling you you have to take care of them, you have to come forward, you have to tell them. So tell me what those conversations were so I can understand and I can make sense of this. And like I said, if this is something that's snowballed out of control, like you said, that can make sense, right? But I can't keep dragging these answers out of you. I can't keep dragging what happened. I can't ask for the truth any harder.
I kept telling Earl, I said, I just want to talk to him. I said, I just want to talk to him. And he goes, call him then. And I said, I do. And he never answers my phone and calls. And I said, I don't understand. You never call me back. And I called really like the next day already. And I called.
And I came out with you the next day?
No.
Friday?
No.
Or Monday, I apologize, Monday.
But I called, like, even after you had my phone.
I know, that was on the weekend, I didn't have that phone, I'm sorry.
And I called, they even called down here. And later, it didn't work again. And I said, I just want to talk to him.
Okay.
I just really want to talk to him.
Okay, well, we're talking now, Nikki.
And I was like, I just need to talk to him. They called you other times and you never called me back.
All right, we got to get past that, Nikki. We're talking now, so that's okay. I apologize, I'm sorry, but we're talking now.
Nikki, we're not questioning why you're only telling us this now.
Right, we
I mean,
understand.
this I understand.
This is understandable, that.
I said, I just don't understand. I said, this is crazy. I said, it went so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I can't even think. It's just nuts. I said, it went from. I'm not going to make this statement.
That's enough. You don't have to be like that about it.
They've gotten about all they can out of Entzel, and the interview is brought to a close. Murder charges could not be pursued with either Entzel or Howard because ballistic specialists couldn't conclusively determine who pulled the trigger. Nikki Sue Entzel was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder, conspiracy to commit arson, and conspiracy to tamper with physical evidence. She faces life in prison and is currently awaiting her sentencing hearing. Earl Howard was found guilty of the same crimes and is serving a 25-year sentence. That's the end of today's video. If you liked what you watched and want to support the channel, hit the like button and check out my Patreon link in the description. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.